gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time!
Hello, welcome back once again to the Esports Fight League here on a lovely Sunday following a lovely UFC event. Good fights last night, some boring fights as well, but it doesn't matter. We're here with a very special one-night tournament for you and a stat card once again. My name is Bailey and thank you for joining us. Hope you're ready for some fights. We've got the man Romero here, former champ, former ESFL live Vegas champ. How you feeling, Romero? You ready to call some fights?
Oh man, I'm excited to call some fights, especially after last night's card. I think from a technical aspect, I really enjoyed a lot of the fights. Some people weren't seeing a couple things. There were some duds there, but I know we ain't gonna have no duds today in the ESFL. So a lot of these high-level matchups, we got a 4-man tournament. A commentator here is filling in on short notice because why not? So I'm excited. So let's read out this fight card, Ben.
Yeah, well, we should probably also tell people that Romero will be fighting on the card later on tonight as well. So you're going to be commentating first, and then we jump in for a fight later. So we'll take advantage of your analysis early on, and then we'll have to hopefully, see your fight later and put some of it in action. But you're right, mate. Let's have a look at the card because we've got some great fights on it. Kicking things off, just some great fights going through the division right now. We've got 2 veterans guys to get us started. Samurai versus Storm. That'll be super fun. DonDad Cam's taking on B3 Goat as well. Cam kind of newer to the ESFL here. These guys aren't ranked, but they are going to be good fights. EliteKing coming back, of course, against Nasty. Again, 2 guys that are doing quite well. EliteKing kind of coming into the season as a late notice replacement and now kind of, becoming a staple slowly. And then it starts to kick off. We've got Tech taking on Markusss. Obviously, Tech looking great in his debut. And Markusss the same, making a mid-season debut to the roster. Looking great against Amazon. Here to take on Tech tonight. Then we'll be jumping up to what remains of Verestyle taking on K1 ThePug, 2 guys who have got some very good wins so far this season and some losses to some great fighters like Romero over there, I'll just say that. Then we've got the K1 Muay Thai Genius or MTJ coming on back as well, 2-1 so far this season, taking on Burn. These 2 guys are very highly touted, 2 guys to keep your eye on and eyes that everyone else has got on as well. And we've got one more 3-round fight before we step into the tournament. We've got What Remains of VuK taking on Smudger as well. Another What Remains teammate. Going to be a top fight. 2 guys who are on 6-3, 6-2 right there, just underneath. Fight number 8. Will we jump into the tournament tonight, guys? So we've got 2 semi-final matchups. They are fighting for a shot at the PlayStation Belt. So the tournament here tonight, the first 2 matchups are going to be AKA Dave taking on Wavvy. That's round 1. And then on the other side, we've got Romero taking on BXM. Romero, how are you feeling about this one-night tournament, mate?
I mean, it's just pretty cool. Like I said myself, I'm like, after having that tight fight with Go, I'm like, I don't want to play anymore ESFL. And then I see a tournament, I'm like, I guess that's pretty cool. I said, you know what, I'll throw my name in the hat as a replacement because there was nothing in there, there was no fun, I'm not going to go in. Then Papa Doc pulled out, I said, screw it, bring me in. So I'm excited for this tournament. A lot of these guys have specific things in their skill set that can pose to be very dangerous. The skill level of the community in itself has grown so much over the last 5 years. Before, there was a lot of huddle things that people kind of kept to themselves, but a lot of content creators like myself and others have been able to bring a lot of stuff to the forefront, and we're seeing a flourishing competitive community in where everybody is pushing each other to the wire. It's no longer you need like 10, 12 months to figure out some new stuff. You can just hop on YouTube and you can go learn something that it took somebody months to kind of figure out, and you're seeing it flourish here in the ESFL. There's a lot of fun matchups here. A lot of these guys, I've seen them on the B side of ranked, climbing, losing, winning, giving some good competitors some tough fights. And now that they're here in the ESFL, even though they may be debuting, even though they might not have too many fights, I can tell you from my own experience, as you may call it, I've seen these guys grow as online fighters, and they're doing a fantastic job.
like it. Look at that, laying it up here tonight. Well, yeah, we are going to see some great fights here tonight. Of course, the game's been out for about a year now as well, so we've all had our hands on it, all learned the ins and outs of it. Obviously, we've changed a lot with different patches as well, but here we are today. The winner of this tournament will get a shot at the PlayStation title. I know Romero wants to win that, so that's why he's here, ready to jump in tonight. But let's go to our first fight, guys. Okay, it's going to be a good one. We've got two veterans going up against each other from B3. Samurai taking on STK Storm. Romero, do you want to tell us a little bit about these fighters?
Well, B3 Samurai, I've seen him compete a couple times here in some cards, and something that I saw that was really, really good from him. He showed a lot of composure with dealing with leg kicks from the likes of Papa Lemur, a former ESFL Xbox champion that came on over to PlayStation. He had a tight fight with what remains of VuK. VuK, remember, I think he fought for the title or won the title, and had a really good fight with GOAT 1099. So his losses are not to anybody that's a slouch. And now at this point, him taking on STK Storm, 5-4, but that record is deceiving. He lost to Verestyle, very, very talented guy. He lost to Bravo. Bravo was moments away from securing a title shot. The point is, the records are deceiving. 3-2, 5-4, but nothing short of quality. And we're going to be starting off this fight card with an absolute banger.
Yeah, absolute banger of a fight to get us started. Everyone who's settling in tonight, hope you're ready for some esports action. We have got 10 fights tonight, including our tournament final as well, to kick things off at the end, which will be a best of 3. But the semi-finals will be best of 1 before that, though. We've got plenty of fights still to come. B3 Samurai there with the Moreno pick in the blue corner. We got, the other way around. Storm with the Moreno pick in the blue corner. Samurai there in the red with Mr. Cap or Cop.
Cop or Cop, whatever it may be.
Whatever you prefer, yeah.
Whatever you prefer. But with Manel, something that not a lot of people know, it's frustrating to watch a fighter like himself who showcased himself well in Risen. Now I'm seeing that Mr. Samurai, he's throwing in those combinations. And the thing about Manel is he has 5-star kickboxing combinations, which means that he can finish out a lot of his punches with head kicks at the end. He can decide his feint. And you're already seeing more strikes thrown in this virtual fight than Manel tried to throw in his last fight last night.
Yeah, very high pace so far from these two guys. Samurai Robin going right down the middle with those 1-2s. Doing a good job there. The hook behind it, doubling up on that now. Chopping through that block of his opponent. This is a good way to get started. Still 3:30 on the clock of this first round. High pace, big power. And if you're Storm on the other side here, Romero, how are you dealing with this blitz down the middle?
The main thing is that he's kind of engaging too much in taking turns right there. So they're playing the game of who can recognize what sequence first. The danger with this is that it gives your opportunity a chance to read you, and you're putting yourself into these 50-50 positions. When you have somebody like Brandon Moreno who does have great takedown stats, when you have somebody like Brandon Moreno who has some solid power, maybe you might have to try to play a little bit off the back foot and pot shot in the way. Because now he's trying to force counters, he's staying in the pocket when he really shouldn't be, and he is losing a lot of these head-up trades.
Yeah, and there's a lot of nice shots being landing right at the edge of the range there for Samurai, just showing how well he can use. Manel read the level change there with the lead uppercut as well. Those missed and set up a little bit of space to get the takedown there. Comes up to the body lock position in top with the side saddle as well. Could drop some elbows and force some transitions here. So Samurai perhaps not wanting to find himself on his back. 2 minutes to work from top here. What does Storm got to do, though, to get back some points?
Well, if he wants to get back some points, the main meta, as we see in MMA, is trying to get to Leon Belly or trying to get to mount. If you're able to get to the mount position and start raining down some blows, or more oftentimes than not, we're seeing people go for the armbar, get that block damage, and help bring yourself back into the fight. And he already gets a denial. Seems like he's going to go for the triangle choke instead, but he's unable to do so. Robin does a fantastic job of denying. He's in the mount position. If he's able to rock him with a regular hook or a cross, he'll be able to go immediately for an armbar. However, if he goes for an elbow, he will lose the position and will have to try posture again. But he does a great job here. Is Mr. Manel Kip going into the full guard. He's probably going to look to get up here. I think Manel has a couple of submissions off his back. Maybe he does have the triangle threat, but we'll see there.
Oof. Good work from both guys, really. I mean, there was about 120 MS, I think. But despite that, they got some great denies off and a nice get up there, foot on the hip, straight back to the feet where they trade once again. Going into this second round, we're going to see the recovery stat play a factor. Obviously, Moreno has that in spades in his back pocket. They're trading again here with backhands at the center. Power advantage on the side of Manel. But of course, like we said, recovery, chin, that goes with Moreno and Storm. So interesting first round there. Who are you giving it to? Because it was kind of back and forth. Both men had their moments.
I'm going to have to give it to Samurai Robin. I'm seeing he's winning a lot of those backhand exchanges. He's landing a lot on the exit. And he's mainly catching him as he's trying to move. The big thing with the current meta is that everybody's kind of looking for that big counter right away. And now, if you're punishing them where their head is going to be, as opposed to trying to catch them as they're moving, you're more likely to build that damage. And that's how we're seeing him win these type of rhythmic exchanges. We're seeing him go. There's able to predict the counter, hits it with a nice elbow, and that was beautiful, Ben.
Yeah, very backwards and forwards here. Just so much more activity, though, from Samurai, who's really letting the hands go. Seems like Storm's trying to wait, counter, find his moments, but he is taking damage on the block, damage that's bleeding through. And when he does fire back, Samurai's been able to counter, landing through the block there right now. Storm trying to trade back and slip him to the outside, but man, this head health trading that's going on, Samurai's getting the better of it, Romero.
Yeah, and the thing is, STK is now in a position where his head is so damaged to the point where if he tries to go to the body at this point, he is at risk of getting knocked down. He's trying to force a slip hook. He's not recognizing these straight combinations that Robin's throwing. He's totally relying on the block. And you know, with those tiny gloves, you can't block everything. And the shot's starting to slip through. His head off is now flashing. Another rear hand lands. I'm predicting the finish in round 3. If he doesn't take him down, goes for another takedown. And Robin has not been able to deny that body lock transition. Back inside saddle, but he needs to do more than just get this takedown, because if he gets back off on the feet, he's going to be in some danger there.
Oh, nice elbows from top as well. Just chain those together, Samurai. No fakes or anything. Just going to take him on the chin. The up transition gets denied there. That's a slightly more difficult one. Just shows how good these guys are, especially on top. Storm staying aware of that and stopping that sprawl get out, but he does get the up half guard down here. Going to probably try to stop this posture up, you would expect, but we saw the get up from Samurai. We'll see if he tries to set up a sweep from where he wants to be. Gets the deny there, building some GA full, and goes for the get up.
Oh, that's what he's supposed to do. Oh, there's a nice little right hand that lands for Storm. And Storm has a predicament that he needs to be in. His predicament is that right now, when he's taking turns, look at his block stack. He's not allowing himself to recover. He's continually staying in this pocket, and he's trying to force his exchanges. Another big shot because he dipped down. He needs to get this fight down to the ground, and at the very least, try to force a situation where he can get a draw. You might have to try to dominate or get a knockdown of some sort, because the damage has not been leaning his way. But I see the window of opportunity for him. There he goes. He recognizes the straight, hook, and straight, but doesn't counter just off the slip bait.
So much blood in the center of the octagon now from these two. And only in the second round, there is the right hand that he was looking for. Pulls the lead uppercut back out of the way, though. Stays in the fight, but you talk about waiting for his moment. The right hand finds its chin again there. Still, that block is low, but if he keeps moving the head, he can still slip and land these shots. The straight lead uppercut was in there for him as well, but Robin going to have to turn the pressure back on. 10 seconds left in this second round, where really going into the third, it could be anyone's fight, and we'll see how much Storm recovers with Moreno as well here, Romero. Momentum
is a big factor. Now, I have Samurai winning that first round, but that rock may have leaned things over, in Storm's favor. So here's the thing. I'm going to say something to both gentlemen. I don't know if they have the broadcast on. Whoever recognizes a straight lead hook straight and counters that first is going to end up winning this fight. If not, that's going to be more likely for Storm. For Manel, the Manel player that has level 5 kickboxing, your senior opponent is staying in range there, and he keeps throwing these punches. Does a good job denying the takedown. If he goes with a head kick at the end for the 4-piece and his opponent is staying at that range, it will bleed through, and he is very likely to get a flash KO there.
Oof, try to land that right hand on the chin after the duck under the elbow. Nice change on the levels, but just gets to the sticks in time. Double triggers his way to defense, but slips to the back. Let's see if he gets the trip down. This side control position once again. Down in the low, which is going to give him a little bit of time for Samurai to build some GA off his back, but resets here, and we've seen so many elbows land. They're going to keep coming again and open up the cuts on Samurai. Don't think there'll be any kind of doctor stoppage, but it is going to have him take more damage. And now the crucifix.
That's not good. It's going to take just a couple of elbows, and you get to knee on belly, and starts flashing. Oh, man, I started getting a migraine when I started seeing that. Does a good job of getting back out the side saddle. Now, for the Moreno player, he needs to look for, he's missed out some opportunities submission-wise. The up count, I'm pretty sure Moreno has it. If so, you don't want to let this go to the judges. If it does go to the judges, at least try to do whatever you can to try to lean things in your favor. Right now, if he doesn't finish him in crucifix, lean his way. I mean, this is looking good. And we were discussing the concept of 10-8s and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who's winning this fight, but this is a great way to dominate this final round. Still 230 on top. You can accrue enough damage here to get a stoppage if you're Storm, if you get the right position, if you can get a deny off like right now and chain some offense together. But no, he's going for the submission, Romero.
And that long-term stamina advantage, that's huge. That's even more important to gain the short-term stamina advantage because you can sacrifice a lot more stamina than your opponent, and he's probably going to lock this in, and he does. And with that, we are probably going to be in for a stoppage.
Straight to the back.
Agency scorecard.
Okay, well, they neutral out the stamina here, but it ends still on top with Storm. A minute 30. Can he find another submission in that time and put this one away and take away the scorecards? Excited fight here at ESFL. I believe 172 is what we're on today. It is a long time we've been running these shows now, but thank you for joining us. If you just our first fight of the night, we have our PlayStation title qualifier tournament here at the end of tonight. So thank you for joining us. And Romero, with 1 minute left here. And here we go. Posturing up now and sinking in this triangle from full mount. The stamina is down. He's going to get the tap here, surely. We'll have to see. The side control transition, that's it right there. Sits off to the side, gets the angle, pulls out on the head, and there is the tap. What a way to finish it from Storm after such a tough fight. Those first 2 rounds, Romero, were so tough for Storm, but he pulled it out in the end.
Yeah, it came down to the grappling. I mean, he did throw a lot of shots early in round 1. He threw a lot of shots, hurt him a bit in the stamina. In those later rounds, people talk about that investment with stamina. That's what's going to happen if you put yourself at a stamina disadvantage against somebody who has good grappling. And look at that. What did I say? Those scorecards, 2 rounds up was Samurai Robin.
Yeah, and he was looking great on the feet, man. Had some great combinations, was using Cap's hand speed, lots of power in those hands as well, and cracking the chin. But that's what you get with the Moreno pick. I'm partial to guys with lots of recovery. You can take a little bit of damage and stay in there and wear down your opponent and play the stamina game, which is what he did and helps him get the submission.
I like the way that matchup played out. I like seeing that, saw one person weather the storm and they were able to utilize another part of their fighter's skill set. And, that would have been cool if that ended up being like a draw or something to kick off the card. That would have been something crazy. But great win for Storm. And Samurai Robin, he'll be back. That was for both ends. Both of those guys, they look great. But now we're on to another fight. DonDad Cam. He's been around since UFC 4, to my knowledge. He has some really, really great submissions. Like, he's been dialing down on the submission game. He's 1-1, but he's dangerous on ranked championships. He's caught a couple good people. B3 Goat is another guy. Goat of MMA, I think that's how his other name is at. Yeah, he's another dangerous individual since UFC 4 as well. So we're seeing 2 guys, deceptive records, 1-1 and 3-3, but these guys are more than capable of beating anybody on the roster. So John Jones, Fedor Emelianenko, a lot of people wanted to see this fight in real life, never materialized. We'll be able to see it virtually today.
Well, I mean, I love the picks. I don't know if you've played with Fedor, but I find it's quite fun, especially if you just try and drop your hands and just blitz people like Fedor does. Just forget about blocking, just try and beat them to the punch every time. It is a lot of fun. Plus, the ground game of him is fantastic. Like the submission attacks you can get off with Fedor if you're good with the grappling. Phenomenal. You got to be careful with this guy on the feet and on the ground. Obviously, that's who Fedor was. Also a 5-star heavyweight, which is nice to match up against John Jones. But how do you see this matchup playing out? Because these are 2 very different picks and very different styles here, Romero.
So John Jones is a little bit better in the clinch department with clinch control. He has some better knees. He also has a lot more reach on Fedor. He has the body teeps. He has the body side kicks, axe kicks. A lot of that stuff can tear away at Fedor and those oblique kicks as well. So for Fedor, even though he has these really great stats, his actual takedowns themselves aren't exactly great. You need to actually go for trips. You need to go for foot sweeps. You need to go for body lock takedowns. That's what's going to help you out. And if you get John Jones down to the ground and you can utilize those 5-star Kimuras, it's possible. It's possible. This is going to be an iffy and tough matchup for both gentlemen, and no touch of the gloves. Already utilizing the kicks here is Mr. B3 the GOAT, playing at range, and you're already seeing short range from Fedor, but he's able to catch a kick. Doesn't go for the takedown right away. I wonder if he's trying to consume some stamina, where we see a little inside slip and a little something I don't like there. But
yeah,
a little bit of patience. Very slow start, babe.
Yeah, go with MMA here with the John Jones pick. DonDad Cam there. going in with Fedor. Interesting matchup. Both guys good on the ground. Both guys good on the feet. Both guys looking to make a impressive showing here tonight. Put on performance. I love the rear leg side kick. We don't see it too often. I think Goat Goat kind of played that off the back foot with Izzy off the straight, and that became really popular. So love to see that when it comes out, and does chip away at the long-term stamina as well. And there off the straight, like I said, Romero.
Yeah, he's doing a wonderful job of playing off the back foot. A lot of players, when they don't know how to manage distance,
nice,
they will say it's not possible to fight off the back foot. And we're seeing a beautiful display here, utilizing kicks, which is going to give him grapple advantage, attacking the body. Now there's some good pressure, so good cage cutting from DonDad, but it seems like he's waiting a little bit too hard for one big opportunity. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just got to kind of get after it. And the reach is becoming a huge, huge issue here for DonDad.
Oh, lovely left head kick there. Backed it up with a straight punch there as well. I mean, this is so nice to see from Goat of MMA just RPing a John Jones right now. An array of kicks, and he's doing such a good job throwing the linear attacks as the pressure's coming forward, because you don't want to be throwing those roundhouse kicks if you're going backwards. So knows what he's doing with the weapons as well. But here they are trading on the inside. 2 shots landed there by DonDad, making it boxing range for the first time in this fight. Now's a chance to get the takedown. Will break, go back to the striking.
Yeah, it's super risky to try to get the takedown. And what we're already seeing right now, body health is king when it comes to trying to grapple, but there he takes an ill-advised shot, unable to get the hip toss as Fedor. But a lot of people, they don't know statistically speaking when it comes to body work. You're not really likely to get too many finishes off of body work, but what you are going to be able to do is set up a lot of your headshots. You're going to be able to put yourself at a much better advantage to grapple, and we're seeing that. Ooh, nice little flying knee from Mr. B3, and now you're seeing the clinch get utilized. He's staying a little bit close. He's deviating from the game plan because he was having a lot of success with those kicks. If he wants to win this fight, he needs to be able to keep Fedor on the outside. You keep him there for 3 rounds, you'll take the victory. As for DonDad, he needs to try to slip in. There's a nice slip elbow from John Jones. He goes for a body side kick, tearing up the body, and look at his body health right now. By the time, if this fight goes to round 3, that body health is going to be flashing. Missed opportunity for a takedown there from Mr. Fedor, babe.
Good job by Cam, though, to just take all the weapons away from Goat. Take the side kicks away, trying to take those elbows away, but they're landing now in the same spot, the right elbow, time and time again. And that's just, I love the commitment to the specific attack. Over and over again, nailing him, and then going back to that side kick. Just as he was starting to get a read on some of the offensive weapons coming his way, mixing them up there as well, staying dangerous.
Yeah, he's going for 3 shots when he really shouldn't be with Fedor. You kind of need 2 shots, wait for that little bit of a pause, maybe look to initiate the clinch there. If you're trying to go 3 shots, you're giving John Jones a little bit too much time to read. He has those nice clinch elbows, a nice clinch hook lands. You know, nice break hooks land for Fedor.
Some good work.
Yeah, it's some good work, but I feel John Jones should take that round. He managed to get the cut back. He managed to just overall work a lot more ranges on the body of Fedor Emelianenko. We're already seeing a stamina advantage, and you're seeing like there's a subconscious threat from John Jones. But nice defense there from DonDad. He's able to get the knee off. No takedown attempt. I understand why. But
did a good job mixing that in right there as well. The timing snuck out of nowhere. It's going to make him try and change up the distance. And now he's seeing Cam just trying to crash through into this boxing range. But Goat still pulling off a few weapons here in close, like the takedown fakes. But this is the pressure right now, which it feels like needs to be applied. Oh, the left hook, though, around the side. But would you say that Romero Cam needs to still force Goat back to the fence here?
Yeah, he needs to utilize either the push. Look, he's getting read like a book right here on the inside. And John Jones is not just the outside range you have to worry about. It's on the inside as well. He's timing those clinches. He's not using head movement to enter into the clinch to clash in. And now you're seeing when Goat of MMA goes for a clinch, Don is not really expecting it. So now he's able to get off those shots. So we're seeing a clinic here.
Nice.
Forward slip hook lands for DonDad. You're seeing the head out flash a little bit. If he gets one ugly exchange, if there's any big advantage he does have with Fedor, it's the power. And we're seeing another right hand land. Tries to go for a kick, but he's a little bit too close. Backs him up, gets him to the fence, bay.
Now on the back, where hopefully we can get this takedown. Jumps up with the backpack, straight drop down there from Goat of MMA, and rolls on top. Let's see what happens here. Straight past the half guard and going straight to full mount. Wow, look at that. I thought it was going to get reversed, but we just had a change in the camera, and now go into side control. Going to drop some of these horrible elbows that you get from John Jones. Oh, nice job. Getting to the knees, looking for the sprawl here, but rotates to the backside position before that easy cage get up can come off. So this, again, still dangerous. 2 minutes left in this round. Plenty of time to get this ground and pound off from GOAT.
Yeah, if I'm DonDad or Cam, or there's anything I'm probably looking to do, it'd be trying to get up, because Fader does have the flying Kimura. You can hit this flying Kimura and it'll help you reverse position. Because right now, it is, he does a good job. He got the damage off that he needed and just backed up. He did not want to get reversed or put into any submissions. And he's doing a good job of managing the clock. Just has to be careful with Fader. It only takes 1 or 2 shots and you're getting knocked down. There it is, an overhand, but it hits the shoulder because of the height of John Jones. There's a clinch elbow. Rocks him. Oh my Lord,
God.
what an exchange.
He's down. Man, the balls to go back in that exchange, and then a lovely counter, but a lovely sweep right there. Ends up in top position, fakes the arm triangle, and a nice job there stopping the transition. That looked like that was going to be a pass and then a smash, but now kind of a reset here towards the end of the second round. After a crazy sequence, both guys going backwards and forwards. Cam just really trying to force the boxing range, hit the forward moving slip, and just put the right hand on him and managed to do so.
Yeah, he missed out on an opportunity to go for an armbar counter with Fedor Emelianenko. He denied the Kimura. That would have been able to help him tremendously heading into the third round. Cam is now in a situation where his body health is cooked. His head health is cooked, right? He's down 2 rounds, and the Fedor pick, I would have probably liked to go maybe Aspinall. I think Aspinall would have been a little bit of a better pick. He has a little bit more range. He's fleet-footed. He can grapple too, because in a 3-round fight against John Jones and you're down, the only thing you got to pray for is some EA magic to get a rock.
Well, hopefully some magic can happen. That uppercut coming up the middle was nice. The slip forward moving right hand was there. Tries an early level change to the long outside single, but doesn't get it. Denies, and there's the hip toss over the top inside saddle. Immediate movement from Cam from the bottom, but gets denied. And now the arm triangle. Was that a fake? I think it was. But here come the elbows.
The elbows are going to be incoming, and this is a horrible position to be in with 4 minutes left. You can be the best player in the world. Being inside saddle when you're down 2 rounds is a horrible position, and he enters the arm triangle. Probably going to expect him to go for a fake first. All right, goes for a fake first. If anything, DonDad or Cam should probably go for north-south instead of trying to go that direction, but he's going to be able to lock in the submission. And that's taking it off. And now we're pretty much in a situation where DonDad or Cam needs a Hail Mary. This has been a masterful performance from B3 on the go. From his use of the body shots, from his use of the counter clinch, from being able to fight so well on the outside. It is a really, really impressive John Jones performance.
And and on the inside, you say his outside game, his inside game has been just as good tonight. Those slip roll elbows, that right elbow has been so damaging every time they went to boxing range, forcing back outside. Really just a representation of what John Jones is like in real life. He's dangerous everywhere and a problem to deal with. Well played so far by GOAT, but there's still 3 minutes left in this fight. Let's see if Cam can pull something out of the fire here. Going to be looking for that big right hand, surely, but going to be difficult with that little stamina.
Yeah, and we're seeing it pay off dividends now. The choke attempt, the body work.
That was a hook.
Yeah, if I'm there, this type of situation is super, super rough. Like, your best bet right now is you need a flash KO because you're not going to be able to submit him. You're going to need to think outside the box, but John Jones is piecing him up on the inside. He's circling.
If he overextends like that with these three punch combinations, there's moments there for Cam to find a home for something. And there's a left hook that lands. Elbow again, though. And there's a right hand. He went for it after the second. The third shot followed up, drops him, and now getting forced back. More damage from the clinch. There's the lead uppercut, but just no stamina to the head. Doubled up to the body. Flying knee just bounces off the block. But one more drops him. And now the TKO, maybe against the fence. No, still in it somehow.
When everybody starts talking about body work, look at this performance from B3 on the go.
This is
horrible.
horrible.
Body work there. It is just, look at this advantage. You can't afford to trade anymore. The stamina sap. Now you're worried about whether you got to block high or low. Head off is low. The only thing that'd be a moral victory for Cam at this point is if he survives, because with 30 seconds left. Oh my Lord.
You had to say it, didn't you? Oh my God, the fly Lee out of nowhere. He's going to go out right there. A knockout finish and a fantastic performance. What a great fight. Again, we've had some really fun stylistic matchups tonight and some picks we don't always see. And I love that one right there. B3 GOAT against DonDad Cam. To be fair to Cam coming into this one, you mentioned it. He's only 1-1 going up against GOAT, who's had 6 fights already this season. That's number 7, 4-3 for that man. great performance, and really, I'd love to see him play anyone else with that Jon Jones pick. Like, that's a fun pick to watch, that Jon Jones.
That was from bell to bell until the referee came in and stopped the fight. The outside work was beautiful. The clinch work was beautiful. You're seeing somebody that was able to utilize counter-offensive grappling. You're seeing him use long-range weapons, and all of this was done outside fighting well. Picks matter for a reason. You can't do certain things with everybody, maybe with a vast majority. But with Jon Jones, when you play him like that, he's super, super difficult to fight against.
100% well said. All right, let's go to the next fight of the night. Number 3, we have 2 guys who are relatively new to the ESFL, but both have been putting on some great fights. Kind of similar records here. We've got EliteKing taking on Nasty remains right here. Nasty in the red corner, EliteKing over in the blue here, Romero. Featherweight, what are we expecting pick-wise?
I mean, if it's Nasty, he's probably going to go to Poirier, right? If he hasn't already, or Max Holloway. Oh, he's on the left side. Okay, so he's going Holloway. So EliteKing and Nasty, these guys have been ranked demons for quite some time. EliteKing, I know he's been around since UFC 3. McNasty also, I think, around that point. Lost to Ed Parker, which, you know, you lose to Ed Parker. It's not exactly the worst thing in the world. Lost to Storm, and we saw Storm pull it out the fire earlier. So not exactly 2 bad losses, 1 and 2. EliteKing started the season 2-1. He filled in as a late replacement. Jeez, lost to Host Ninja. Host Ninja did fight for a title. This is what I talk about. Like, these guys are really neck and neck right there. It just takes one mistake at the level in the ESFL.
Hand speed on both fighters is crazy in this matchup, and they're both using the full extent of it right now on the inside, mixing up those uppercuts to the body as part of the combinations, and a stance switch here now from Nasty. And the level of striking in this game has improved so much. If you go back and look at UFC 3 in the competitive scene, people were good, but this is just, you know, your ESFL roster member who's able to chain these kind of combinations together, which maybe 2 or 3 people were able to do, you know, back in the day.
I talk about that all the time. It's like before, like, you would see, man, like, this guy just did a 4-piece combo. Holy crap. Now everyone's like, we do that stuff on a regular already.
Yeah.
But Nasty's doing a good job of backing up to Poirier to the fence. You saw a little bit of a panic kick there from EliteKing. Now, what I want to see Nasty do is utilize a lot of the lead hook with Max Holloway. Max Holloway has a deceptive lead hook. The animation is really, really sneaky, and you can chain that up to a lot of combinations. And you're seeing him rack up that lead hook. You're seeing those inside slips, and there's already a cut opening up on the rear side of Ilia Topuria, who's waiting a little bit too much. He's getting caught on the range of Max Holloway. The pressure from McNasty, the stance switch is giving him different looks. This is a beautiful performance so far, but still got to watch out for the power of Topuria.
Yeah, and he's overwhelming him with volume here as Nasty, just constantly throwing whenever they come close. We've seen a couple of these left hooks to the body, and I think there's a nice straight as well. Body attacks are going to be quite good for EliteKing because Max's chin is ridiculous. But at the moment, he's really not able to utilize that reach advantage he has with the smooth boxing. He's getting caught in the range of Max Holloway, who's just standing in front of him and ripping combinations. Needs to get off the fence, needs to pirouette out. EliteKing taking a ton of shots right now from Nasty. Stepping forward from southpaw, switching back to orthodox. Under such an assault, what has EliteKing got to do to stop this pressure?
That was nasty. Well, right there, what we're seeing from Nasty is meta awareness of the likely response. You see that? He got his strike slip, and he already preemptively slipped right after. So you got to change up the way that you're flowing right now. You're taking too many turns. Just like the first fight when we saw Reaper in trouble. He's taking too many turns. He's trying to force reactions, and you're seeing Nasty's not moving too much. He's able to deny this takedown. Nasty, if he wants to, you know, he can get real nasty here in the clinch. Lands a nice uppercut. And he's just backing him up. He's not worried about much. You want to keep these exchanges short with Max Holloway. We saw Justin Gaethje. We got into an extended exchange with Max Holloway. Did not end up well for him.
Oh, lovely left hook as he's backing out there from southpaw. Caught him circling into it. And that really took a chunk of the head health off. Now in danger with 20 seconds left in the round as Nasty's going to pour on that pressure. There's another right hand. The head health is low. And he's got the finish of nowhere. Knew he hurt him. Put it on him. Stay consistent and just kind of super impressive. He can do so much damage to the head health in just that first round, Romero.
And part of that was because you're seeing a person that's been around on the rank scene, 2 guys who have been around on the rank scene for quite some time. But in the first fight that was showcased here on ESFL, that was an absolute banger, right? We saw a lot of 2-3-2s. Took them a while to pick up on like the slipping right after, right? This fight, Nasty already knew, like, if I throw a 2-3, he is very likely to try and slip. So instead of going with a 2, he just followed up with another hook. He caught him twice, and his opponent was just thrown off guard by the timing. McNasty overwhelms EliteKing, and he's able to get a beautiful victory. Just great adjustments there in a high-paced fight. Well done from McNasty.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people like Topuria. A lot of people obviously still like Max at that weight class. You know, you got the power advantage with Topuria, but since Max's, UFC 300 performance, things are changing in that division, at least even just with people believing they have more power with Max Holloway. So they do attack a bit more aggressively. And great example of that, I think you were right. Just incredible hand speed from the start on that one. Both guys looking phenomenal. Let's go along to the last fight. Let's say the head of our prelims right here before our main card kicks off. But it's a great matchup. Two guys who have kind of got a bit of buzz around them since they arrived in the ESFL. Tech 8 mate, who's 1-1 right now. Great debut, then picked up a loss against Markusss, who's 1-0. Also had a great debut against Amazon. They both beat the same guy, so now they're going to fight each other. That's how it works. It's a bantamweight, and we've got some big ping here, Romero.
Yeah, that might play a factor, and it might play out worse for Cody Garbrandt, because Cody Garbrandt's hands, they ain't exactly too long. O'Malley is a dangerous pick. Like the way that the UFC loves this dude right now, like he is off the charts. Like going against like who I think is the best O'Malley player right now, which is GOAT 1099, and going back and forth with that, like you can really see all the advantages with Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley has kicks off the backside. He has some good submissions too, just on a couple submission attempts. He even has a couple takedowns if need be. But his range, his speed, in UFC 4, these taller fighters were not this good. UFC 5, they had a massive buff, and we're seeing it play out in the meta. He got that first pick, he's grabbing O'Malley, and he's going Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt does have the power, and this is the prime Garbrandt that beat Dominic Cruz, so he has force of nature.
Best pick in the game. That's the best pick in the game right there, 100%. You can do anything with Cody Garbrandt in his hands in this game.
But you can also get knocked out, so we'll see the touch of the glove. Touch of the glove.
I like the sound of that. All right, we'll say red corner here. We've got, I believe, Tech 9. That's right. Yeah, Tech 8 coming in. In the red corner, Markusss with the blue, with the Cody pickup here. Yeah, you mentioned that, the taller fights, you can definitely keep the range and be dangerous at range in UFC 5. But on the same token, I do feel like pressure people with the shorter reach can cause tons of problems on the inside for those long guys. So we'll see. Can Markusss make his way on the inside and connect with authority without getting picked apart on the way in?
I mean, with O'Malley, I think the difference is there's some taller fighters, beautiful body kick, and nice use of the stiff armor tree. I know you like that, big. I know you like that. That's just
it's in the game. You should use it, like.
Oh, yeah. This is clean. That's just clean. But we're seeing here with the taller fighters, some taller fighters, they kind of have like their arms are real janky. They don't really roll as well. Good nice check from Cody Garbrandt. But O'Malley's one of those exceptions where he can box really well inside the pocket, as we saw against Chito Vera and many others. And he can snipe you from range. So it's a really, really crazy dilemma. Cody Garbrandt honestly does better when you have the O'Malley player trying to chase you. As a matter of fact, throughout Cody's career, he's actually a counter fighter. He likes to draw people in. He gives false sense of pressure and draws them in. But because he's chasing Tech right now, he's whiffing, he's hitting a lot of air. He is playing on Tech's rhythm, and Tech is doing a good job of utilizing the long range of Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, really, he shouldn't be afraid to let the kicks go as well. If you're only going to throw hands, it's so easy for your opponent to know what's coming. And if you can just at least get a few kicks off, meet them at that range, you can mix up the tempo of the fight and then get your boxing going when they least expect it. So we'll see if kicks come out from Markusss. Right now, he is trying to close with the boxing, not able to with superior footwork. And that reach has got to penetrate through here as well. Trying to double up on the jab. And as soon as he breaks, the slips are coming out now as well. So danger zone, the closer he gets. Even if he baits some stuff out, Romero, that's still good for him to create those opportunities to then close the distance afterwards.
Yeah, and another thing, too, is a lot of headhunting from Cody. Nice. A lot of angry headhunting, talking smack to Sean O'Malley on Twitter. The leg kicks, the calf kick is a good option for Cody Garbrandt. 100%. It's a great option.
Any kind of kick right now,
But those kicks, they do cost a little bit more stamina. It's a little bit more of an exhaustive action, especially because he has, I think, a level 2 or level 3. And he loses that exchange. He gets nailed with a nice little cheeky check hook from Tech. And because he's only headhunting, he's not mixing stuff up to the body. Even if you don't aim to get big damage off the body. Like there, he tries it, but it's a little bit too late. Tech is able to read it. And Tech has been doing a masterful job. It's like the inverse of what McNasty was doing. McNasty was pressuring well and predicting stuff. And now Tech is fighting off the back foot and predicting. And
he's doing a
great showcase.
Yeah, just a great job of nailing him on the outside of his range and then sliding out and then inviting him in every time, like you said, able to meet him on the way in. And when he exits, just continue to pot shot. So really tough fight from Markusss. There's a right hand right there, though, that lands and then trying to double up on it, but high cover and just steps out of range. Just Tech, who's doing a great job so far with this O'Malley pick, keeping it safe. What are you going to do right now if you're Markusss? Force him to the fence somehow? You know, it's a really tough fight.
Yeah, I mean, the situation for Markusss is that he really shouldn't have started pressuring so hard, because once you already establish your role in the fight, it makes it difficult to kind of deviate if it stops going your way. You want to play in that middle space to kick things off. So now, you know, it's one round. It's not over yet, but he'd want to ideally not go too far back and trying to dance on the outside, but he wants to stay within the octagon, like in that mini octagon where the black line is, and try to stay circling within that line there and try to win some short exchanges against Tech, because him going straight forward, he's getting picked apart.
All right, here we go. Round 2. Nice jab to the body to get things started. That long jab coming in handy. No uppercut there as he tries to follow up with it, and left hook, right, drops him. Oh my God, on the inside, that 5-star right hook just sends him down. That's big head health damage loss as well.
And that was the main thing that happened there. That was a mistake on Tech's part. So one thing that people aren't aware of, you know, that stiff arm retreat works really well when you're in open space.
Yeah.
And when you back yourself up to the fence, much like Leon Edwards learned, it doesn't matter who you're striking against. They can catch you. They will catch you if you're backed up against the fence. You use a little bit of that short-term stamina. And Cody Garbrandt does have force of nature. I don't know if that kind of made it kick in, because that'll make his shin go from a 91 to a 94, which makes him able to brawl more. Head off is similar. They're trading now, babe. They're trading. And I'm seeing the head off is not looking too good for Tech.
Yeah, they are trading. That right uppercut landed there as well. Another right hand there with some bleed through damage off the block. Good job now mixing up the weapons in terms of the timing, getting the jab reaction, and just pressure, forcing Tech back. He really needs to kind of reset the range right here, get the respect back off the jab, fire the backhand off of it, or try and get some linear kicks up the middle perhaps, as he's working hard off the back foot. Right hand again from Markusss. There's a nice combo though from Tech.
Yeah, so McNasty did like the inverse, right? He recognized that the meta is working this way for my opponent, so I'm going to switch things up. Tech is kind of defaulting to meta reactions, and it's getting him more in trouble. Whereas in the first round, he was playing to his own beat. He was flowing a little bit. Now it's got real strict. He's feeling like he needs to get one back, and it's putting him in a lot more danger. He is now standing his ground. He's landing shots, but this can be a fight where one knockdown may be the one that calls it.
Toe-to-toe in the center right now, slinging, rolling down, trying to get those counter right hands off as well. Both men orthodox. We'll see who's going to land it. Lead uppercut pulls out of range, and that's all that Tech has to do is step back just a little. Now framing again, and Markusss trying to take advantage all that space that he can. Oh, there's a nice uppercut at the end of a 4-piece combination.
And I think right here, oh man, the nose break. That's
another right hand.
The chin. Oh, beautiful job. He gets right out of range. He doesn't get greedy. Sometimes we get greedy trying to finish somebody, and could have risked getting rocked there. Does a good job. I mean, Tech obviously got knocked down, so I don't think he'll be able to take this round. He does the same thing again. He puts himself to the fence, and that is not good, because Cody Garbrandt, on top of having high-level hooks, you know what else he has that works really well in open stance?
Redditor? I don't know if he does.
That haymaker.
Yeah, of course.
That haymaker is nasty. And if he goes haymaker, lead uppercut, drops him against the fence, that can flash KO him and can put him out of there. They're getting real devious here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 1-1.
That lead uppercut is a weapon. It's a weapon for anybody in this game. It's sneaky. It does damage. It interrupts really well. And we saw it a couple of times there, and also kind of really did a good job closing the distance there, did Markusss. Absolutely took it to him that round, found his way on the inside, and we're seeing a lot less kicks coming out from Tech as well. And no head kicks, no spinning techniques or anything like that, just pure boxing, Romero.
Yeah, it's just keeping it simple, and it's kind of unfortunate that for Tech, who's fighting such a beautiful fight, he made one costly mistake, and that took a massive chunk of his head out. So he needs to ground himself. He needs to understand that the first 2 minutes of the third round, he doesn't need to go for broke. It's 1-1. It's 1-1, and the head off is similar. You can go back to kind of passing things out, passing out some small shots, draw them out. The stamina is similar. The health is similar. you can fade things in your direction. But there it is. He gets right back. The commentator and it went.
There's the overhand. You called it. The lead uppercut overhand drops Tech now off his back. Can he survive it? The onslaught, nice catch on the Kimura. Hits the sweep. Now going to posture up himself and drop some ground and pound. And oh my God, a two-way swing. This is some big damage on the block and the head health. But another reversal. No. Collecting half guard. Here we go. What a sequence right there.
That commentator curse is real, man. It's going to happen to me now.
It was a great sequence off the lead uppercut overhand. You did call it right there. And it's good to see. We did say, you know, Cody Garbrandt's the best pick in this game. Proving it once again. Taking out the Sean O'Malley right there with that sequence. But the fight, again, is not over. Back on the feet and now letting the hands go. And pressure coming forward for the first time in the fight is Tech.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. Like those first 2 minutes, he did not need to be in the pocket with Cody Garbrandt. That force of nature perk kicks in when you guys are trading, and he gets that +3. You get in some danger, and he has to recognize that these hooks are swinging and banging.
Oh,
there's a lead uppercut. There's another double hook. Tries to go for the uppercut, makes a read, and I'd like to see Tech try to utilize some type of head kick at the end. When he goes for those 2 shots, instead of going for a straight punch, toss out that head kick. Your opponent is dipping off to his rear-handed side. There he goes for the lead hook cross. He got knocked down, and now Tech really needs to go for broke here. He's waiting a little bit too long. Gets attacked in the body. You're seeing where the body work there, and that exchange played a part. Lead hook land, and it's not looking too good for Tech.
Oh, and man, what brutal ground and pound. What a finish. Yeah, beautiful exchange right there at the end. I mean, ultimately there, Markusss, you know, he had a reach disadvantage, but the timing of his shots were the difference. And you saw it in the finishing sequence, timed the left hook beautifully. We saw that in the knockdown in the second round, timed the left hook as the knee came up. So the timing of Markusss just on point right there. And a great way to finish that fight that started off so perfectly for Tech.
It started off so good, but he just made that one mistake with that stiff arm retreat, and then in the third round, it came down to composure. He could have went back to playing on the outside, just kind of wait, see, and decide, but he went right back into a car crash, and the last person you want to get into a virtual car crash with is Cody Garbrandt. So congratulations to Markusss.
That's right.
Bounce back really, really strong against a very, very tough Tech. And that fight, whew, wow, look at the scorecards. What
that's a different fight.
Okay,
Don't worry.
You're
looking at the wrong thing. All right, well, we're going to take a quick intermission here, I believe, just for a couple of minutes, so you guys can take a break, and we will be right back. So, yeah, also, we'll say goodbye to you, Romero, because you're going to go get ready for your participation in the tournament, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go get some halal food, and then I'll be right back.
Nice. All right, we'll get some food, get some fuel, and we will see you in the tournament later on. Thank you for joining us today, Romero. Appreciate it. So, goodbye, everybody, and we will be back after a short break.
See ya. Bye.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. All right, quick break there. So far, a good night of fights. Romero has gone to get ready for his participation in the tournament. We got a wild Boiler in here with us. Boiler, how you doing, mate?
Doing great, man. Heck of a start to the show.
Hell yeah.
Awesome UFC last night. I got to get right into this, man. We got a battle of the Wranglers coming up. I'm stoked for that. And, of course, the Final Four. You know, we actually had a change in the four-man tournament as well. Unfortunately, K1 Bum was unable to join us. So we were able to get AKA MG to fill in. So we're keeping that together. That's who Romero's actually going to fight. That's what he's going to get warmed up for right now. So a little breaking news. I was in the back wrangling, scrambling, but watching the fights on the side. I'm looking forward to getting right into the action, buddy.
All right, well, we can definitely do that. Next fight's ready to go at featherweight. Like you said, a matchup of two Wranglers here at the Esports Fight League, guys who help organize these fights for us. But hey, they still want to put it on the line right now. And the guys they've got quite a few fights this season. Boiler, both men have been doing quite well.
They're no joke. They deserve a spot in ESFL. Both of them were added partway through the season and both worked their way up from Wrangler all the way to part of the roster. But they proved that they deserve to be here with their records. I mean, looking at Pug, 3-1. And our man Verestyle, 4-3. But Verestyle's fought some of the toughest guys. One of his losses against Romero, right? He also lost as a late replacement. So long story short, love both these guys. They're super helpful to ESFL. We only have one winner in the Battle of the Wranglers, Bay.
Yeah, and so far, you know, we mentioned the Pug there locking in the McGregor pick, going up against Verestyle there, or what remains from the What Remains team. Going for the Aldo, pick the 5-star there. But Pug, we've seen him, you know, live by the sword, die by the sword is what we've got written down, because he's 3-1 and has just made every fight a scrap. But is that going to work against someone like Verestyle, who's got a lot of experience? We're going to find out. The Conor McGregor pick might help with that one. But guys, here we go. 5th fight of the night, ESFL 172.
I got another piece of information. Pug is actually no longer affiliated with K1, so I just wanted to make that clear. That was a kind of new information. I have an idea where he's going after that, but I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. He may be moving to another camp soon, though.
All right, here we go. Nice leg kicks already on the inside, but trying to crowd that straight away is Pug. Take that weapon away. Oh, nice knee.
Hey, we lasted more than 13 seconds, so now we can see what this fight should have always been. Let's go.
I like that. Staying tight on the inside here, Boiler. There's a nice right hand off the back foot there by the member of What Remains. Lots of pressure from Pug, though, with the long straight punches.
I was sparring Pug a little bit last night. I got a win or two off of him, but he was whooping me, generally speaking. Pug is no joke, but Verestyle, I mean, first and foremost, this dude has fought the best of the best and shown that he deserves to be here. But it's tough to be Aldo against Conor, but if someone can pull it off, I think Verestyle's got the chance.
Yeah, got to make, oh God, got to make good reason on the leg kicks, and that was a lovely lead hook right there, interrupted perfectly by Pugwood. Took some shots of his own, but there, ducked the head kick, eats another lead hook because of it, and more pressure coming forward. Now these left hands banging off the block. They do so much damage still, Boiler.
In a previous fight, Romero said, you don't want to get in a car crash with Garbrandt. Well, you definitely don't want to get in that with McGregor, especially this version either. So Verestyle's got to use some technique. That was close, dude. Holy cow.
Man, there's still so much in the meta to go toe-to-toe and just swing and pull those elbows. And both guys getting good timing off there, knowing exactly what the response is. Head health damage-wise is pretty similar right now as well. Lots of pressure coming from Pug. There's a nice right hand there off the counter, but this time slips the haymaker. Double elbows there. Again, kind of missing for both guys. But damage-wise, it's pretty hard to tell. Both guys have landed the backhand a lot.
Definitely not too much feeling out. Now, there is some feeling out in terms of you can still throw a lot of punches and feel at each other out, of course. But, yeah, they're not tapping the jab and leg kick by any means.
Man, letting these left hands go now is the Pug. Forward moving right hook right there, chopping elbow off the back foot. And now slipping 1-2 as well. It's one of those fights where they've both been so even. They've both done so much damage. Either guy could go down. And there's the lead hook one more time into the left hand. Drops him. Uppercuts now from the clinch, trying to blast and send Styles to the mat one more time. But he stays on his feet.
Wow. Gotta wonder if Verestyle will try to switch it up a little bit. It's just so dangerous to try to go blow for blow with Conor from in the pocket. So maybe he'll slow it up a little bit and try to use some kicks instead of just making a boxing match, which you're going to lose against Conor pretty much every time, I think.
Yeah, he's tried to use those kicks early and was getting counter, but you are right, you know,
true.
Should mix some other stuff in. Tried the takedown right there as well. Nothing doing. The block now almost depleted against the cage one more time. He needs the uppercut on the level change. 10 seconds left. Pug now looking like he's going to throw some kicks of his own or just backing out for the end of the first round that was pretty intense, man.
Yeah, they were definitely going after it. Respect to both these guys. You know, we're seeing some block breaking already starting to affect Mr. Verestyle, which is a big problem. I mean, the head health's kind of even. He got knocked down. You got to give that round to Pug. But I saw that Verestyle's block health is like halfway gone. That's horrible news for him right now.
Crazy output from both guys, and because they're both kind of landing on the blocker on the chin, they haven't lost too much stamina because of it and have done a ton of damage. If this goes past this round, I will be surprised unless it hits the ground or something. Verestyle using a bit of that head movement right now as well, but it hasn't been enough so far and has to find a way to get some respect back. Maybe push this man back against the fence, Boiler, and try and trap him a little, land some shots that way.
You either gotta be more aggressive or try to set traps and play a really good defense. You can't be in the middle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, holding the middle well, though, is Pug. There's a chopping elbow. Good. These pot shots are good, and if you're Styles, you got to start treating yourself like the next shot will knock you out. Beautiful pivot off the head movement into a double leg side control. You got to love that. And we talked about it not going to the end of the round. Well, there's a takedown. We'll see how it goes. All ready to sprawl, though, is Pug.
That was super nice. So beautiful. I don't know if there's a momentum transition into that turning takedown, but there should be, because that just rolled perfectly off the tongue.
Really nice work there. Half guard now, back to full guard. Good job by Pug getting out of that dangerous spot, taking literally no damage here on the ground. Double fake, foot on the hips, one shot, now going for another one, and straight to the get up. Nice work. Mix it up, and you can tell Pug practices those get ups.
Great job by Pug. That could have been a nightmare from being on the bottom for a while. Aldo's obviously got a better top game than McGregor's bottom, but he's able to get up and not even take much damage. He's right back to work.
Got to be a little demoralizing, thinking that perhaps this round was now going to be in the bag with some damage on top, but literally nothing came off, and now we're back to this boxing match with Pug landing the left hook time and time again, either on the block or on the chin. Oh,
that was good work. Gotta make Connor miss. Your only hope. Easier said than done, of course.
Good job there with the head movement from Style, though. Landing on the chin, taking down that head health halfway. Lots of ducking, so as soon as the uppercut comes out, it's going to be problems, especially if it's off the lead hand. But another little shot landed in a sickening knee there, right to the body.
Yeah, that was a tough one, right to the bread basket. Verestyle's, just as I was about to say, Verestyle's fighting well. He catches a nasty lead hook.
And that's probably why they've got so much stamina despite the activity, because they haven't really hit the body. It's all been head health.
Good point. Absolutely has been head hunting, and although they've had a lot.
Oh, elbow, lead uppercut. Slips to the outside and stays in it, though. But this is looking bad for Verestyle now. Down. The up kick keeps him in it.
I hate that up kick. I just want to say that. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Keeping fights going since UFC 4, you know.
Yeah, that is true. It keeps it going. That's good for ESFL. We want some more watch time. Hope you guys out there having a good show. Get ready for the 4-man tournament. Whoever wins that is going to take on a GOAT, but we got to finish the undercard. And first up, we got this Wrangling fight. Battle of the Wranglers. Been fun so far. Who do you think took that one, Bay?
Well, you know, it's a pretty close fight so far. You get this lot of this forward movement slipping to get this right hand going from Verestyle. But the problem is every time he slips to the outside to get that right hand up, he's going right into the left hook that Pug has been landing all night. So I think Pug is probably going to connect on the chin one more time, but we'll see what Verestyle can do. Maybe he can pull something else out of the bag, like an ankle pick off the back, but no.
Pug's fighting really well tonight. I give him that.
Oh, elbow.
Nice shot. They're both chucking those elbows. That could be a game changer either way.
Yeah, oh, there's enough damage done for sure to still swing it back, and all these combinations just landed nicely. Good head movement from Pug, though, just to stay in it right at the end. There's more shots are coming his way.
Look how dark. It's pretty dark red. McGregor's doctor bag symbol. Like, they're not going to stop the fight here, but it's close. It could be stopped if he's not careful. He needs to protect that eye.
Yeah, all those right elbows that have landed. Long right hand misses right there as well. Now a bit more of a difference in the stamina. The double leg takedown gets denied. 3:30 left in the round to work, and now it seems like Verestyle starting to slow down. The block is gone, and you know Pug just got rocked, so he's gotta find something.
Verestyle's head health and block are really hurt, but I feel like he's fighting better.
Oh, elbow!
He's fighting well.
Would love to see a kick coming out right now from Pug. Any kind of kick, a head kick, spinning kick, heel kick, whatever, just something high damage that could end this fight and stop this man from continuously surviving and getting the better of these exchanges.
This is the type of fight I wanted to see between these guys. It's awesome. I love it. Let's
Lovely
go. Nice
double leg.
takedown.
This is the type of fight that I like, because once it gets this slow paced, the head movement, the decision making becomes way more important than just this, how quickly you can let those combos rip. And we're seeing that from Verestyle, who's able to outplay Pug in this final round when they're both so low on stamina.
Great point. Great point. There's a certain skill to having low stamina, being good later in the rounds when you're tired. That's almost a different skill set.
Another double leg right there, man. I mean, that's two. I don't know how it's going to score. There's been a lot of damage already from Style this round. The second round's kind of hard to know who took it, so we'll see. But he needs a finish, perhaps. Boy, not these double legs. Oh, no, elbow!
Nice shot.
Oh, the uppercut.
God.
Well timed, no stamina, but he's probably going to get the finish. Great job right there. And those double legs were great, but when he got up that second time, his tank was gone, and all of a sudden he had no stamina and couldn't defend himself, and it was over.
Vicious, man. That's why this game's rated M. I heard his nose go into his brain with that knee. Like, that was smash. That was nasty. Great fight, both guys. Verestyle nearly came back and won that. You know, he was really starting to fight a little more technical, but holy cow. Pug didn't let the bright lights get to him. Didn't start freaking out or going too much. I think he stayed calm, and look what happened. Beautiful finish. Great work there. And he wins the battle of the Wranglers here, Bay.
Yeah, I mean, did a good job, like you said, not losing his cool there in that final round, especially when you're losing, you know, and you've done so well to set the fight up. But good composure. I think perhaps maybe was waiting for his opponent to get a bit tired before exploding and coming forward where it was a bit safer. But great finish, great fight. We love to see it. Pug getting a win there as well. But let's go on to fight number 6 here tonight. We're going up to welterweight for the first time tonight here. I think we've got the Muay Thai Jesus 2-1 right now, MTJ. And of course, yeah, he's picked up 2 good wins, one over Tech, one over Ziggy, taking on Bravo, who is 6-3, the late replacement Boiler at welterweight.
I believe that record's incorrect. I messed that up on the scout report.
My bad.
We had a 6-3 guy here, and we had to replace him, I think. And maybe I'm all confused. Who knows? We had to make a couple last changes. But Bravo is a long-time vet in ESFL back on UFC 4 and UFC 5, and he's definitely gotten a few good fights in. And he was a late replacement today, so look to see if he can big upset against Muay Thai Jesus. MTJ, he's on a 2-fight win streak. He did lose to Burn in his ESFL debut, but he beat Ziggy Boy and Tech 8M. So MTJ versus Bravo, the late replacement. Let's make it happen, Captain.
Yeah, Bravo locking in Shavkat, who we do not see very often, but there we go. Locked in right now against the Leon Edwards pick, which we've seen dominate here time and time again. But Shavkat has a lot of unique weapons, some range, some length, some difficulty in using him. And Bravo coming in, looking to upset the rising Muay Thai Jesus here. Really, MTJ with the Leon Edwards pick here tonight. Bravo, a bit more of the vet with the Shavkat pick in the red corner.
Yeah, this 8M camp started the season very strongly, but haven't been fighting recently. Treehouse couldn't fight this week. A couple others couldn't fight, but Bravo steps in, represent their camp. Looking forward to that. At least we got one 8M on the card today.
Nice takedown there. Good deny, though. Good to show it to him, and also puts him right against the fence, but these nice backhands have landed twice now. Big hooks from MTJ. Also, he's not really overcommitting with the combos right now. It's only 2-shot combinations, no 3-shot combinations, and some big kicks. Lovely takedown there from Bravo, and that's a great way to upset the rhythm of the Muay Thai guy in the first round.
Love that. I mean, he's training with Treehouse and a lot of other killers, but that's a Treehouse special right there, and he's in a great position with, gosh, it's kind of bright. I can't see, 3.5 minutes or so in the first round.
Lots of shots raining down now from the full mount position. He made that look easy, and this is great timing on the ground and pound. Didn't spend a lot of stamina, mixed it all up, and landed some damage. That's a good slip right there by MTJ, and a great job to get himself back to half guard.
You know, it's tough for the guy who takes, you know, the A side of the replacement fight, meaning the guy who stays in the fight, Muay Thai Jesus in this case. That's tough for him. It's a whole new style. It's thrown upon him with like an hour or two notice. Respect for him for taking the fight. He didn't have to. He did. But this is a tough matchup for him.
Throws up the arm there. Now gets to deny tons of stamina, and he's going to get one in here. This is great work early from MTJ showing you want to take me down? Well, I got jiu-jitsu as well, and you were bigging up the credentials there from the opponent for the grappling. MTJ pulling out an armbar, and now full mount with damage.
Is that commentary curse? It's real. Romero saw it's real. I know it's real. I was just about to talk about how Rachmanov has great position and might just maybe, you know, Muay Thai wasn't really ready for a grappling game, but he's looking okay right now.
Look at this ground and pound damage as well. I mean, we gave credit to his opponent there, Bravo, when he postured up, but good work from MTJ, who's more than happy in top position, especially with Leon Edwards. And I wonder if we'll see a takedown attempt next round from Bravo, because as soon as this one hit the mat, it has stayed here so far, and now he's getting controlled.
Yeah, that's not what he expected.
Oh, God. Oh. Move your head, bro. Oh, Jesus, it's over. Oh, no, it's not. One shot left in it. What's going on?
Everyone, I think like 9 out of 10 landed. Beautiful. It's mind games. You know, he just threw like 5 straights in a row, and then he started mixing it up. Mind games is that ground and pound.
Oh, my God. This is so much damage. Nice slip right there to keep himself safe with under 20 seconds left on the clock. But one more posture up and more ground and pound. And this has been just domination. And, you know, I wonder if 11 Bravo regrets posturing up and punching his opponent in the face there, right? MTJ got some revenge.
Holy cow, that's a moral victory. That's a victory on the scorecards. I will say he didn't do that much damage to Rachmanov. I mean, he did some, of course, but you know, the scoring and the control time, that totally flipped it on his head. He's got to have won that a 10-9 round, not a 10-8, but wow, he hit him 9 or 10 times in a row. Not the best ground and pound by Leon, but you hit that many times, it's going to add up.
There we go. Touch of the gloves. Respect still on. 2 rounds left here. We have our PlayStation tournament later on tonight. One night tournament between 4 very high level guys all fighting for a shot at the champion. That'll be fun to headline the evening. But until then, still a couple of more fights between top contenders coming up. Nice pass there as well. We don't often see that.
No, that's it's really tough to deny that, to be honest. So good work there to get in that position, feet on hips and whatnot, and get around there. But wow, another great job by MTJ.
Man, these knees are landing to the head. 2 knees to the head right there. It seems strange that in some of these positions, Bravo's just kind of accepting damage. You know, he didn't need to take either of those knees. Possibly. I mean, I guess he did, but you know, this is how it goes. But again, we saw some grappling from Bravo, and the grappling continued until the point where we're back here with now MTJ on top once again.
One of Bravo's almost like stunned, like he did not expect this at all, and it's just throwing his game off.
Oh, good ground and pound from Stack. Just a straight posture up that you can go to with Leon Edwards from that full guard. Great job of taking advantage of it. Going to hook the back of the leg with nothing doing. Side control here as well.
That's hard to deny. That is, dude, oh my gosh. Muay Thai Jesus is just on point today in his ground game, offensively and defensively. Wow.
Denies the cage as well. Denies the quick cage get up right there from Brom Sprawl. So obviously knew that was coming. Sometimes you can hit that sweep and mix it up, confuse your opponent. But MTJ still in top position, 2.5 minutes in this round. No sign of any way of getting up from Bravo based on the first round as well. Oh, he's up. Commentator curse.
It happens. It happens. We need to learn how to make money off this somehow. I don't know how, but somehow we got it. Now, 2 minutes to go. Rachmanov has a little bit of a stand disadvantage. You got to figure Bravo wants to keep standing, but I mean, then you're going against Edwards' stand-up, which you really don't want to do either. So,
well, I mean, Bravo can definitely compete. He just needs to be careful and not do things like that. And there's the lovely jab, rear hook. Again, a 2-piece combination, super basic for MTG. And he hits the spear right afterwards. He knows where he wants to keep this fight, Boiler.
Super smart.
Oh, and he's looking for the finish as well. Stamina advantage. Let's see if there's anything he can do to get out. A deny right there. And now the struggle going to drain the stamina. Is he going to go for one more transition? He's not. The arm triangle sinks. Boiler, it's a tap and a victory for MTJ by submission, of all things, for the Muay Thai Jesus.
That is possibly performance of the night. We got to finish the card. But, I mean, doing that against Rachmanov, against a stud like Bravo AM, and using Leon Edwards and choking him out with the arm triangle, putting him in the armbar earlier, and just, he was in some bad positions, like 2 or 3 bad positions, and he got up within like 30 seconds as well. Like, holy cow, MTJ, 3-1 in the ESFL. He's no joke. Really glad we added him to the roster this year.
Yeah, there we go. Passes another test right there, looking phenomenal on the way through. sure will want to get back in there with some other top names. 11 Bravo, not a bad name to have on your resume either. Been around for a lot of top fights, so great performance right there as well. We're seeing some guys tonight pick these guys who are like 5-star fighters and then just use them perfectly, and that's basically what we saw right there again.
Yes, well, one thing I really like about this season ESFL, no mirror matches, so it forces some diversity. There's also a ton of alter egos. We've seen a couple tonight, not a ton, but we've had a fair amount of alter egos this season. We obviously had an alter ego tournament a few weeks ago. It's really fun to get more variety. It's not just, remember when it was Peter Yan versus Peter Yan every other fight? That wasn't so fun. So we get a lot of variety and respect to these guys for using different people. I'm having a lot of fun so far. We're here with VuK versus Smudger. Holy cow, it's flying by, man.
Okay, I thought you commentator cursed us again into a mirror match right there after you just said no mirror matches. It looks like a double ladder start. Okay, no. We might have Izzy versus Anderson. But anyway, sorry, here we go for the next match. So yeah, VuK taking on Smudger, two guys that have fought some of the best. This is the final fight tonight before we move to the tournament, guys. So after this, we'll be doing our semi-final rounds for the tournament. Last preliminary card fight, I guess we could say. 6-3 for what remains of VuK. He is currently ranked number 7 in the ESFL rankings, going up against number 6 there. Smudger, who's 6-2. So both guys, great wins, tough losses, look fantastic. One guy is going to move towards the title off the back of this, most likely following the tournament results later on tonight. So who will it be here? I love both guys. They've got such fun styles.
Hell yeah, these dudes are both studs. Honestly, both of them could have a case to be in the 4-man tournament, but we had to make our decision at some point with the matchmakers. But we got Bisping versus Adesanya. That's a fun little fight, eh?
Yeah, definitely two different style matchups. So we'll see how it plays out. No Anderson pick in the end for Smudger, who's locked in. Bisping here in the blue corner, VuK in the red corner with Adesanya, who we saw have no wins for the longest time, but in UFC 5, definitely a very, very capable character. And there's a nice 1-2 down the middle. Beats him to the punch.
I want to mention this is actually a rematch. They fought at ESFL 162. Today is 172. So a few months ago. Actually, at that time, Smudger was the title holder, but he had not defended it. His first attempt to defend was against VuK, and VuK beat him. So Smudger never got a defense. He wants some revenge for that.
Look at that.
I'm sure.
Revenge of a championship fight then as well. Even better. Nice jab to the body. Comes up top with the lead hook right there as well. Lots of dipping coming out from Smudger. We'll see if there's any reads to the uppercuts, but also lots of commitment to that left hook that you've got in the pocket of Mike Bisping. That's probably his highest level strike on the feet, aside from that jab, which is nice as well.
I don't even know who I think is the favorite to win this, Bay. Both these guys are so damn good. I mean, obviously VuK's got the win in their first one, but I mean Smudger's a live competitor anytime.
Lots of movement from both guys as well, and also strikes while moving, just well-timed striking. Some good combinations there from VuK. Also in this very close first round here, 2:30 still on the clock, about halfway through. Lots of good kicks coming out as well, like not damaging, but using the kicks to set up those straight left punches down the middle from VuK, which are landing. Smudger having a bit of a tougher time trying to close his distance, keeps throwing that right hook, but it's not really landing.
I like it. Definitely some technical fighting. You're not seeing combos more than 2 or maybe 3 strikes like we just saw, but 1s and 2s and using kicks to set up the hands, vice versa. Definitely good stuff.
Nice uppercut there from the clinch as well, as he slides around as VuK. Snapping the jab. Nice roll underneath, extending the combinations now as well. Let's see if Smudger can take advantage, try and land something of his own. Oh, nice head kick off the stance switch. Good timing.
I like it.
And kicks would be great right here, right, Boiler? Because you're up against a guy who's longer than you. If you're just going to box, it's just going to make it even harder.
Yeah, especially if he's not looking for it, or he thinks it's going to the body and you sneak one upstairs. Like, that can change the game.
Definitely, you need those big fights, changing moments. Bisping's more of an attrition guy, but stamina-wise right now, it looks like VuK is leading the way as well, because, again, it feels like Smudger has missed a lot of these big shots that he's been winding up with. The left hook's been landing, but everything else apart from that head kick has just been kind of falling short or rolling off the block. That right hand, again, didn't actually land. Oh, an uppercut off the left hand.
Big shot. VuK would... keep using that distance, keep being technical is my advice to VuK, because it's working.
Nice body kick in there as well. Sunk it, and yeah, there's pressure coming forward with the Bisping pick from Smudger, but This seems like he's a bit outgunned on the feet right now, Boiler.
Hey, it's almost anybody except for, I guess, Pereira is outgunned against Adesanya practically on the feet. That's a tough task. But Smudger, tough as hell. Bisping, look, he's got more health, more stamina. His regen is just ridiculous, his recovery, etc. So Smudger's definitely not out of this. Kind of want this to be a 5-rounder, but it's only 3, so no time to play around with the judges for either of these guys. You got to make a statement.
Another straight left landing down the middle right there. Good work. Now going to the body, trying to triple up. Get these 3-piece combinations coming out as he feels maybe VuK's finding the timing of Smudger, who's double up in the jab, but getting caught there with the combinations. And again, that straight left as he backs out.
Work.
Pressure now from Smudger, pushing him against the fence. Let's see if he can take something here. Maybe the right hook as he circles around into it. Good job by VuK, though, being diligent, start switching and back to the center.
Real nice job of getting his back to the center of the cage rather than against the cage, because Smudger was lining him up. You know, he was you could tell he was hungry. He was about to throw some big shots, but great footwork there by VuK.
Lead uppercut lands. There's a lot of damage, excuse me, on the right hand side here of VuK from that left hook from Smudger. So perhaps he can continue to accumulate that. You know, he's halfway through this fight. He's done some damage with it. He's just really having trouble landing the hands. There's one, but off the block. That jab gets through. But that one doesn't. Counter elbow there as he rolls underneath, goes for the flying knee, doesn't land, but now wobbling all over the place is Smudger. Still tons of stamina, so you wonder if the follow-up attack's going to continue, but kind of backs off there.
Classic work. VuK uses Adesanya, gets his opponent to overextend a little bit and punishes him with a big shot. Good work there.
More pressure there, circles out. Banging these hook combinations, tried that reverse elbow there, but that's not landing up the middle. Still pressure from Smudger moving forward as Bisping here, but I don't know, man. If you look at the fight stats for this round, I mean, the significant shots landed have to be so small on the part of Smudger. He's just not been able to land anything.
Yeah, no, he's either coming up short or it's deflected off the block.
Oh, there's one.
Pretty much every time.
A 2 down the middle catches him as he circles out. That right head kick is maybe there again for him, but still a battle of boxing here on the inside. Mixing up the combinations, that lead hook coming off the block. What would you do in these situations, Boyer, against a player that's just so elusive off the back foot?
That's one of my weaknesses, because I try to fight off my back foot a lot, and I'm used to people throwing 110, 120 strikes around. So when a guy actually is on his back foot, then it kind of can throw you off if you're not ready for it. Just you got to be sure not to get in any traps. You got to ride that fine line of bringing pressure, but not overextending and falling into traps. And good luck. It's super hard.
Nice right hook lands there, though, in the pocket as they get their feet
We're
happening.
back, baby.
Okay, we're back. Okay. Are we? Okay.
We're good. I don't know if we. Yep. Twitch dumped us, but put us back. No problem. Bezos hates us, but we love YouTube, I guess. You know, we're going YouTube from now on. No, it's all good.
Wow. Keeps happening, doesn't it? Almost every show. It's crazy. All right, here we go. Continuing this on in the third round right now. Back in the center, stiff jabs. Let's see if Smudger can find a way to close that distance. Put some hands on VuK, who's done a great job on the outside this entire fight, touching the chin, snapping the straight left, mixing in the kicks as well. Ooh, right hand lands.
Need some more of that from Smudger.
Oh, there's a left hook there on the inside. Now to the body. Smudger still getting tagged right here.
It's a tough go. This is such a tough matchup, but respect for Smudger for using the count, because Bisping, this alter ego in particular, he's a beast.
Trying to just keep the pressure high, but had very little success with the boxing combinations of Smudger. Trying to pivot out now to that right hand side. See if we can find that left hook on the way. But VuK done so much work moving in this fight. We talked about it in the first round, but a lot of strikes while moving in directions, which lets him get his feet back to where he wants while still being offensive. It's worked out nicely for him, stopping this pressure. And a cheeky trip takedown there and jumping on top in the third round and stacking and passing. Look at that.
Super nice. That was legit. Not only are you going to be winning on points and working that stamina, but that really that really saps the morale of your opponent. You know, you're not just fighting in game, you're fighting your opponent in their, you know, mind games, and that really hurts them. To take his back like this, nice.
Yeah, on the back now, just trading shots, waiting for one man to make a mistake. We get this backside position, which is slightly better for Smudger. Going to get dragged back down there on the get up. We'll see if we're going submission, transitioning to side control instead. Some more elbows. I think there just wants to be no doubt left by VuK here, who the better man is, because he's controlling him from top position.
Great work and nice way to finish the fight. No need to stand up and risk ducking into an uppercut or swaying into a head kick on accident. So VuK will take this all day to finish this with 1.5 minutes to go in the 3rd round.
Yeah, so hard to grapple when you're at a stamina disadvantage. You just have to be really methodical, be really careful with your choices, especially if your opponent's looking for the submission threats. But we've got about 1 minute left in this one, so we don't know if we're going to see any of that yet. He's going to get that deny, and now surely the posture up and some ground and pound. Finishing Michael Bisping, though, is not an easy thing to do. Big elbow. Oh,
good work.
Oh, this is good damage from top position. He slips, though. Back to half guard.
That was close. Super close to being finished. Nice use of the elbow in there earlier, too.
Oh, to the body. Oh, to the head. And now more elbows from the top position. Good dominant performance, really, from VuK. Obviously had Adesanya with, I guess, an advantage on the feet, you would say, even though that you know, Alter Ego Bisping's got some great stats. Just the movement, the animation set that you get with Israel Adesanya is just very, very smooth. Use it to the fullest extent there tonight.
Great work. I hate when I see people use Izzy or like Anderson Silva or some of these other great strikers with length, and they just stand in the pocket and just spam. That's absolutely not what VuK did. He used the distance. He used some feints, upstairs, downstairs, mixing it up. Great work, not getting too much into a firefight. Because if he just stood in the pocket and had a firefight with Smudger as Bisping, I think Smudger probably would have won. So that was VuK doing the right things. And that's what you got to do to be at the top of the ESFL. So great win.
Well said. That is goddamn right. Okay, well, some men who are at the top of the ESFL on the PlayStation side of things right here. We've got our 4 guys who are here for their one-night tournament for you guys, all vying for a shot at the champion before the end of the season. Get their hands on some glory, get some points racked up, maybe win a belt. You know, we'll see how it goes. But only one man will get a shot. We have 2 matchups here, 2 semi-final fights. Then they will go through and fight in a best of 3 in the final. So, Boiler, let's have a look. The first men on the left-hand side of the bracket, let's say. We've got AKA Dave taking on Wavvy.
Wavvy versus Dave. Let's start with Wavvy. Besides GOAT 1099, Wavvy is the only guy who secured a belt defense this season, which is how you qualified to be a seasonal champ. So long story short, Wavvy's second best of the season so far in terms of that. He won the belt and he defended it. So he's 6-1, man. Like, no joke. Wavvy could run the table here for all we know and get that revenge against GOAT. We'll see. AKA Dave, no joke though. 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. His only loss was to Ed Parker. So, like, come on. And his draw was against Papa Doc, who's a top 5 guy. So, AKA Dave's no joke. Neither is Wavvy. Let's make it happen.
Crazy, these guys, man, with their record 5-1 and 6-1. Oh, a lead leg front kick to get us started into a spear takedown from Dave, who's done massive damage already. I'm going to get some elbows off, surely. And wow, what a start for Dave. What sure he's going to do. Takes the Poatan pick and smashes him with a front kick right away.
Yikes, that's a big foot to the face. Like, holy cow. This is a best of 1. These semis, 3-round best of 1. The finals will be best of 3 5 rounds. So this will, you know, essentially a 3-round best of 1. Can't be playing around, but great start with that front kick to the face for sure.
So many little shots here as they go backwards and forwards trying to get some GA. Nice pass from the top position. I would assume the top game of Pereira is not too high, but the bottom game of Silva isn't exactly brilliant either. So we'll see. Really, it's going to be more decision making and skill. And also, what is both men trying to do right here? Who's trying to pass? Who wants mount? Who wants to get up? Who wants to attack some submissions? And who wants to go for a back sit right there out of nowhere? And immediately, okay, we have turned this fight around.
He may not have been expecting that either. I was going to say, watch out for the triangle, but now we're going for an RNC, Bay.
Yeah, Wavvy bringing him down, trying to set it up straight away. Will end up in top half guard, though. And just like, yeah, plenty of time left in the round, 3 minutes. Oh, good to know.
Good work. funny how we've seen guys, you know, really been able to reverse their bad fortunes on the ground pretty quickly today.
Wavvy landing a few shots right there. Doing a little bit of ground and pounds, a little bit more than perhaps Dave was able to get off at this stage. He's trying to get that side control because those elbows are very, very, you know, high reward, low risk. And now the full mount, but the get up, wow. Nice
work there. Back to the feet. That's where we want to see these warriors anyway.
Oof. Nice straight lead uppercut up the middle there. Wavy's going to need some of that to stop the pressure. There's a turning side kick to the chin. The one step flying knee following up as well. Man, I've been wanting to see some spinning techniques all night. That was landed perfectly. And great work from Dave. Again, scoring damage in this first round. Nice straight right as well. Head kick just a little too close and the block comes up.
Holy cow, that spinning kick was something straight out of the Olympics going on in Paris right now. Like some Taekwondo stuff. That was awesome.
Right hand lands there as well. So Wavy still trying to fire back. Find some shots straight to the body. Oh, nice. Just touching, letting everything go is Dave. Must be feeling confident after all that damage. And there's a slip to the inside, a right uppercut. Now pulling the combinations together. The straight. Look out for the head kick to follow. As Wavy's just wobbling all over the place. A right hand drops him again here, Boiler. Oh my God, so much damage.
Unbelievable. I would have said I would have Wavy as my favorite in this. No disrespect at all to Dave, but Dave is making it look like he's the clear favorite here.
All right, end of the first round. Very, very much one-sided. You know, not that it was a blowout, but all the big shots just kept landing on the side of Dave.
Pereira hit so gosh dang hard, but great work by Dave, too, setting them up. I mean, he set the tone with that front kick, too, to start the fight, right?
Yeah, I mean, came out off the back with that lead front kick right to the freaking face. I mean, big flash, big rock. What's the game plan change up though if you're Wavy and you've got Anderson Silva here?
Oh man, I think you got to try to set traps, use the defense and head movement as much as possible because this is another example where you can't swing blow for blow versus Pereira. If you're Anderson, it's just Pereira hits too hard. But that's tough because Pereira's probably got the reach advantage. They both got a lot of reach, but I think if you're Wavy, you gotta set traps and be smart on defense and try to catch them rather than a firefight. But what do I know? I'm just a commentator.
Well, a firefight doesn't seem like a good plan, but we'll see. I mean, we've got some lovely southpaw straight punches coming out right now from Wavy to get things started. Trying to go down the middle now with a left hook and time the offense, and now coming back with the right hand and some combinations. I like the straight lead uppercut is working as well, but Dave knows he's done so much damage. And just a couple more shots like that, he might find a finish.
Dave's working the body nicely, too, and ending combos with roundhouses to the body and just chipping away. There you go, 1-2 to the body. Every little bit counts.
Oh, he's ducked it. And you
Nice
kind of felt
work.
like it was gonna happen at some point because of how many he's thrown. But again, Wavy not able to capitalize at all.
Yeah, that's tough. Like, that's what you need really bad, and you're not able to capitalize. It's a tough go.
Trading flying knees right there. Straight right to the body from Dave. Doing so much damage to the stamina regeneration. Just halting it in its tracks whenever that lands. The things that's landing is the lead uppercut. This seems to be the best shot in the pocket of Wavy. Everything else just seems to not be landing. Oh, there's left hook there, though, in exchange.
Connecting with those hammers. Big punches. And then
Oh, he's cracked him. You knew one would sneak through. There's the lead uppercut. It was working all night and gets a drop right there. You see how effective it can be and gets the hip toss off. Steps across top position and some denials here as well.
Beautiful work there by Wavy all around from start to finish. Good stuff. Let's see what he can do here with 2.5 minutes to go. He's a little low on stamina, so he can't get denied or burn himself out, but he also needs to get some damage. And I don't know, you think he's going to threaten with a submission? I don't know what he's going to do here in half guard.
Does not want to be out of the tournament just yet. Refusing to lose in the second round right here after taking a lot of damage. Now top position will be safe here for as long as he stays here, but we'll see what Dave does off the bottom, trying a sneaky get up right there.
Buck 30. Kind of playing the dead fish game, or like, what are you going to do? I'm just going to lay here like dead fish. And now they're doing the baby punches.
Trying to get some GA going, I think, and then finding their moment. There was a full bar right there again from top, and there's the pass into full mount.
Super nice. That's great patience, and there was no reason for Wavy to press the initiative too much right there. So it was smart patience and taking advantage of that.
Yeah, good job. I mean, maybe just thinking to himself, boy, like, I don't know what, I might as well just recover for the rest of this round. You know, like I got a rock, I got a knockdown, I got some damage. If I get top position and control, I'm going to win this round probably.
I think so. Doesn't want to burn his stamina out, but he's able to work the full amount with 30 seconds left, which, hey, that's great work. He's winning on the cards. Ooh, denied there, though. You saw a little tick of stamina drop.
Yeah, that's
another denial.
That's the problem with grappling right here, because you do just end up losing stamina. You know, you lose stamina on the feet as well, but it's just starting to sneak away from a bit too much. There's a lot of damage been done, a few body shots, but mainly it's the rocks, the head health that have cost that long-term stamina. And now in the third round, it's not going to play in his favor. And if they hit the mat again, it might not be able to hold top position.
Ooh, no, but if he can keep landing, like you said, that forward or the lead uppercut, man, it's just dang. And there's a rear uppercut too.
Oh,
nice work there. Thanks for showing the replays. I like it. A little extra
get to see
here.
Those. Yeah.
No, we don't. Right
Both
to the
men.
Guard. Beautiful work there with that shot. Man, right
Taking
to the
their
block.
time here, I think, as well, to just recover, breathe, relax, get the heart rate down. You know, it's like respawning right after you die in a Dark Souls game. You know, you can't do that. You can't run straight back. You got to take a couple of moments. You got to breathe. So no skipping and breathing done. But here we go. Pressure from Dave right down the middle, trying to just land the kill shot. Rear uppercut to the body. Left hook rocks and drops him as well. And this is looking real bad right now, Boiler.
Beautiful work. You know Anderson is going to use that lean back quite a lot. So throwing that uppercut right to the gut. That's a beautiful shot.
Pivots out there back to the center, but he's got to know now, you know, one well-placed shot, especially if he's some vulnerability at the same time, he's probably going to down again. So there's a left hook again off the exchanges. I think he was trying to find the backhand. There's the up kick for you, Boiler.
I love it. Let's keep this fight on the feet.
No kicks really been able to land all fight, unfortunately, in the corner of Wavvy, and that's a lovely placement on the lead body kick. Just snuck it in there. Perfect distance as he was backing out of range, stuck it under the elbow, and there's a right hook as well. And now rock after rock after rock, Boiler. Surely it looks like this man's going through to the next round of the tournament.
This is where that money in the bank comes in. He's been tapping that body with single leg kicks, single punches, just a little bit here, a little there. Now it's added up.
Oh,
big knee. That almost changed everything.
Yeah, and that's a high start move as well. The lead uppercut, though, right under the chin, sits him down. And man, I do not know how Anderson Silva's taking all this punishment. This is kind of crazy. Another takedown.
More punishment than he's taken in his entire career, possibly, at least for the most of his career.
In this fight, yeah. It's strange he would get the takedown. Maybe he just saw it was there, because it felt like this was going to end on the feet. But perhaps he thinks a full mount posture drop he can go for. Actually working for a submission now. Wow, sitting for the armbar. And gets the deny. Well, that might have been a fake, actually. That one was a deny. There we go. And that's going to be syncing up an armbar with Pereira. Okay.
Nice work. Hey, if you're from Brazil, you got to at least know some basic armbar techniques, I think. It's just like you're born that way, or you better learn.
I'm pretty sure Pereira is a goddamn good grappler at this point in his life. You know, he's pretty goddamn good. Lots of ground and pound coming out. And again, going for another armbar. Why the hell not? Escape to side control. Gonna say no. And there is another armbar, but he's gonna need one more. But this just seems like he really wants to make a statement right now. He's beating the absolute heck out of Wavvy. Oh!
Yeah. Great work by Dave, dude. Holy cow. Big win. Just the power of Pereira. Just way too much, dude. Holy crap. I'm not going to say that's performance of the night, but that's darn near, because Wavvy was 6-1. Wavvy's one of the best out there. He pretty much worked what he needed to do when he wanted to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you said it right there. Like, he just did that to a guy who was 6-1 this season so far. I mean, the #1 contender. 6-1, the #1 contender, and he just walked him around the cage in there. Granted, the picking matchup, you know, it's Pereira's very good. I have seen Anderson Silva's beat Alex Pereira's though as well, so it was just a lot of good, smart decisions from Dave, some nice takedowns, some good kicks as well, well-placed techniques, and he mixed things up really, and it was a lot of boxing from Wavvy, and I think the kicking game got it done for Dave.
That was a great match. Respect both those guys, true competitors. Both of them have, 8 fights in the ESFL this season. They show up on time. They put on great fights. Like, that's the type of professionals we love to see. So, hey, Wavvy, we'll definitely look forward to seeing you again. And Dave, you're moving on to take on the winner, Romero versus AKA MG Bay.
Yeah, and we're just waiting for this fight to come together right now, but this is our second semi-final matchup. And yeah, whoever wins this one will be going on to face Dave in the final. Who, yeah, man, got to be feeling good. I mean, arguably he had the toughest opponent right there, the #1 pick, and he kind of just walked through him.
Yeah, Wavvy is, or at least was, ranked #1 behind the champ, GOAT. But, you know, that's that might have to change. AKA Dave may swap, go from #3 to #1 after that. Of course, we're going to actually have them fight it out in the finals later today, so it's not just going to the matchmakers determine the final title shot of the season. The exact date of ESFL 174, our next PlayStation, is up in the air, but it's going to be mid to late August. So we're going to take a couple weeks off here, enjoy the Olympics, some summertime, but we're going to come back, finish the season strong in a few weeks. Don't worry, follow us on socials. We'll make sure it's well known ahead of time when GOAT takes on, you know, whoever wins today's tournament. Looks like we might be set up, Bay. What do you got?
Yeah, let's go to the fight because these guys are ready. We've got a tournament and we're waiting to see who's going to the final. It's going to be one of these two. We have another middleweight matchup. Obviously, this is the opening bracket of the tournament. Instead of Pereira, though, looks like we might get an Izzy pickup from Romero here. But yeah, going up against AKA MG here, Boiler.
Yeah, MG late replacement 4-4. So, hey, we had K1 Bum, who actually won the Alter Ego tournament. He was not able to fight today, unfortunately. But MG stood up and we're like, hey, 4-4, but against some of the best guys out there, we're going to put you in there against Romero. Miracles could happen. I know he's going to be the underdog, but big respect to him and big respect to Romero for taking this fight. Let's get them locked in, and it's a best of one. Anything can happen, Bay.
Anything can happen. I mean, that's the whole nature of the game right here. We're seeing, again, similar matchup. Two strikers. Let's see who uses the lead uppercut, because that's the best punch of the night. I'm telling you, the lead uppercut. Here we go.
Especially both these guys are just so fast. Yeah.
Romero paying attention, using that side kick off the back foot. Obviously, if you were here earlier on tonight, Romero commentated a few fights before stepping in to take this fight. It was a short notice fight, and now he's got another short notice opponent. So even Stevens on this side of the bracket, but either one of these guys would match up well with Dave, who's gone through to the final.
Yep. Agree for sure. Romero, big respect to him for late replacement and doing a little commentary gig. So ESFL respects you, sir. Thank you.
He just sidestepped off that teep and went left hook, right hand. It was beautiful work, but those straight punches right down the middle there for MG working nicely. We're seeing that straight rear side kick as well. And Adesanya, we were actually talking about that earlier on tonight with Romero when we were seeing one of the fights earlier. I can't remember which fight, but I think it was John Jones.
Yep. I remember that. The really for MG, I'm not gonna say this is an opportunity of a lifetime because it's important to be in the SFL, but maybe not the opportunity of a lifetime. But coming up against Romero, short notice, this is your chance to really shock the world and really, really make a name for AKA your fight camp as well as yourself.
Romero there with really good distance management, just drop back straight and then finish with a head kick. Already mixed in some turning kicks as well, some spinning stuff, but that inside leg kick is smashing apart the legs of Anderson Silva. MG with that silver pick, you do have quite low leg health. You know, Cannonier smashed him, and of course he broke his leg. So those legs are a weapon and a target, and you know Romero knows that.
Absolutely. Beautiful. The switch stance by Romero makes this game look like art. Sometimes it can be hard to make this game look like art, but Romero, one of the best at it.
Yeah, good job as well with those side kicks. MG trying to find an answer. There's a nice ducking uppercut that lands. One of the big shots he's landed so far this round with 2 minutes left. Exchanging the straight punches right there, both landing on each other. There's a nice straight punch that's going to interrupt those leg kicks, take some of that away. Romero again, stance switching. Oh, wow, like the lead leg stamp off the stance switch kind of disguised it really nicely, and another chop of that lead leg.
Oh, man, that looked painful. That leg was getting chewed up. He switched his stance, orthodox.
Nothing there for the lead teep. Fades back to southpaw once more. Romero, yeah, definitely doing a good job with the stance switches. Catches the return teep, runs him to the cage, spinning elbow off the block. Stamina looks like Romero's sneaking away with it. and the damage is coming kind of hard to tell, but we have seen Romero land a lot of stuff to the body and the head. Spinning attack kind of gets blasted through there.
I presume damage to the leg counts as much as damage to the head, and if his right leg has taken a ton of damage, so that's got to be the tiebreaker if anyone was questioning. MG's hanging in there. Good kick there too. Good, it's a good round by MG. Just figure Romero took this round, but yeah, never know what the judges are thinking.
Those head kicks, man, when someone's switching stances a lot, the lead head kick can be quite useful to fire up once they've settled into an opposite stance, because it's kind of, if you go opposite stances, the lead head kick is a little hard to land, but sometimes if they switch same side stances, it's straight across, and it was really well timed there as well. So we'll see if there's more of that from MG, but Romero there doing a great job countering and pressuring, landing lots of kicks, and also a few punches in those exchanges as well.
Heck yeah, both these competitors able to use their fighters fairly realistically. I think if Izzy versus Anderson would look like this, like in their primes, of course. I think it's a fun technical matchup, but both guys can bring the pain quick. So let's see if, in particular, if MG can land a fight-altering strike here, especially like a flying knee or something.
Yeah, he's got to do something. It wasn't too bad of a first round. Landed some good shots, landed that head kick at the end, but down on the stamina. And yeah, all that damage done to the legs, so having to fight orthodox as well. There's a left hook that Romero just flies through after a two-piece combination from MG.
Romero knows how to be patient. Let's just say that. So he knows he's in the driver's seat, and he wants to score and land damage and hurt his opponent, but he's also not going to overextend himself at all. Very educated.
Yeah. We'll see if he is looking for that lead kick now. He's gone orthodox as well. Inside, he's done it a few times. Tries to pull counter right there. Back to southpaw. Straight to the body. He's nice. And then ending with a nice body kick. I mean, that's some good Muay Thai right there. That's the kind of combination you drill in Muay Thai class right there.
That's what I'm saying. Romero really gets every piece of authenticity out of this game possible with stuff like that.
Ooh, that block. I think that kick got checked there. And Romero kind of circled into some of the boxing combinations. And there's the left hook, because he is kind of circling to that outside now. That's the biggest shot that's been landed so far in the second round.
MG's fighting well.
Oh, nice body kick again. Always ending with those kicks. As your opponent's drifting backwards, it's usually the best time to fire those kicks to the body. Oh, nice. Double uppercuts.
To the open side, to the liver side at perfect range. That's great.
Nice job by Romero deciding to go down the pipe, stopping the overhand. That would have been quite nasty. But still, loads of pressure from MG, man. I mean, he's trying to connect. He's trying to put his hands on him. Oh, another uppercut. And again, uppercut's really been the weapon that's been landing for MG. Landed a lead uppercut, rear uppercut earlier. That rear uppercut's been there a few times.
Yeah, I guess it's just such a short, powerful strike. People are really throwing them, and they're landing.
Yeah, lots of level changing, I think, as well, which helps that uppercut land. Guys level change a lot these days to get under those hooks and just to, use it as part of your movement to disguise the rest of your setup. Nice circling by Romero. Tries to chop the outside leg, but a little too close. MG's still got plenty of block left and hasn't lost too much stamina, so this third round, he'll still be in a position to be able to do something, but in terms of what he's landed significantly, not a lot, but also Romero not landed a lot this round either.
Yeah, this is, Romero's winning this, and he's slowly taking away that stamina, but MG's actually landed a couple decent shots and a little damage. He must be waiting for that third round to really go for that finish, because he's got to assume he's down 2-0, that being MG.
Ooh, Romero there. Looks like he was sitting on the back foot waiting for a counter, and MG put some nice combinations together, again, ending with a nice kick. And that banged off the head. I think MG may have taken this round. He's landed a lot of damaging head kicks.
I could be convinced of that, because he has landed a lot of single nice shots that knocked half the head health down in one shot, right? Significant strikes are very similar. Hey, it's it could be another toss-up. If I was MG, I'd probably assume I was probably down 2-0, but at most 1-1. But the judges are crazy. I guess you don't want to go so crazy at yourself as MG that you get knocked out straight away, but I think you can't leave it in the hands of the judges here, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it could be one of a piece. Who knows right now? Either one of these guys will face Dave in the next round in a best of 3. That will be the last fight of the night. So consider this a co-main event, I guess. And one of these guys will hopefully be fighting for a title on the PlayStation side of things. That's what these guys are fighting for here tonight. So final round to play for between these two. Who wants it? And will we see a finish, Boiler?
I think we're going to get to a decision at this point, but maybe I just commentary cursed it. Hopefully not. We'll see, but here we go. They're both opening up a little bit more, though, it seems.
Rear uppercuts landing for both guys. Romero go back to that side kick for a little bit right there as well. Head kicks, I think, at this point, or some spinning stuff. From either guy could pay off a lot here, Boiler. It's a little risky, but if you land something like that, you can really change the momentum of a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, nice 2 to the body.
Flying knee or some spinning stuff. I think that's the 2 strikes MG's looking for and that Romero needs to be looking out for. Romero can just keep doing what he's doing with those nice counters to the body, I think, and get away with a win here.
Sliding back, making space for himself and nailing those 2s to the body. Doesn't want to get caught up against the fence right here as well. Always doing a good job circling out, but now circling into the left-hand side stance switches so he doesn't have to worry about it too much. Ooh.
Romero's used to fighting 5-rounders almost every time, so he has trust in the judges that he's winning these 3, I think. But you might see him unload at the end.
Nice.
A beautiful leg kick, though.
And we forget about that damage early on, and the 1-2 set up the range nicely. Chopping the outside leg now as well, but again, it's a great way to steal some damage in a close round. Leg kicks are a great way to do that on this game.
Oh, yeah. And damage means as much, or actually probably more than the actual statistics, so that kind of damage is invaluable in a decision like this looks like it might be.
Missed on the knee, left hook, lead uppercut, jab, and then there's going to be a kick behind it. Hasn't thrown it yet. Really taking his time there, being quite patient, Boiler.
Yeah, Romero's looking great.
Oh, there's the left hook, and he puts him out cold. Left hook, rear uppercut, left hook. Found the timing on it and slept his man right there. Great way to finish this fight and put it to bed in the 3rd and final round where we talked about it being maybe a little close, but finish him off left hook, rear uppercut, and then one more left hook. Lovely little combination.
Beautiful work. Romero did a nice job, especially in that 2nd and into the 3rd round, of not overextending himself, not getting caught. He was getting, 1 or 2 shots were leaking in and hurting him, but he wasn't getting like flashed. He wasn't getting rocked, and he wasn't getting knocked down, obviously. So some of that patience, but continuing to apply that pressure, get ahead on the stamina game. And then before you know it, MG probably realized, I'm not going to win this. I got to open up a little bit more. And there's Romero with the great counter work. So Romero's moving on to the finals to take on AKA Dave. It's not going to be AKA versus AKA. It's going to be AKA Dave versus Romero, best of 3.
Yeah, that would have been interesting, to see teammates versus teammates. But I'm happy with the matchup we've got. Romero, the wild card, coming in on short notice. Obviously, props to his opponent, who he ended up having to fight on short notice again in MG. But Romero heard about tournament, gets a place in it. Now he's in the final, but he's going up against Dave, who looks phenomenal this whole season and now just beats the #1 guy on the roster outside of the champion. So it's going to be a really interesting matchup. Romero maybe a little out of practice. Can he bring the skill set to the table to get the win here, Boiler?
I think if he had any rust or wasn't warmed up, that fight he just had probably got him clicking. But he's going to need everything he can against Dave, because Dave is no joke. 6-1-1 in his draws against Papa Doc, one of Romero's good friends and training partner. So if he can take a draw off of Papa Doc, does that mean he can get 2 wins against Romero? That'll be tough. Maybe 1. But you got to win best of 3 here, babe. It's also 5 rounds. So best of 3, 5 rounds. That's going to be tough. But Dave, man, he's been silencing all the haters at 6-1-1. So this is his opportunity right now to avenge MG, who just went down against Romero.
Yeah, man, you're right about that. Hopefully we can get this together. I think they're doing the coin flip backstage right now as well. Do you know what weight classes these are going to be, Boiler?
Good question. I believe, well, I'm going to decree this as so. In case there was question, we're going to have them do the coin flip and then decide their weight classes. In a lot of our tournaments, we have set weight classes for each round, but not this time. This time we're going to do our normal flip, and then you either get weight class, you get to choose the weight class, or you get first fighter pick selection. No mirror matches. So That's the rules. And also, they will be locked in on weight class for the best of 3. But if they wanted to, either or both can change fighters within that weight class.
That's cool.
Inside this best of 3. And sometimes people do that, sometimes they don't. So that's an option, but we're going to be staying at whatever weight class they are. I know they're doing that part of the wrangling and getting the stream set up. So what's been your favorite fight tonight, you think, Bay?
There've been so many good performances, right? I really like the performance early on with the John Jones pick, just looking, I think it was B3 GOAT, I believe, who pulled that out, looking really, really dominant with that, and just a really fun fight. Nasty versus EliteKing. Nasty ended that one super quick, right? Looking super impressive with the Holloway pick, just overwhelmed his opponent. I don't know, what about you, man?
Maybe I was biased because it's the Wranglers, but I love the Verestyle and Pug for sure. Great performance by both.
All right, apparently Romero won the coin toss, so he's picked a lightweight, which means the first pick will go to his opponent, aka Dave. Whenever we're ready to see it, I'm excited,
a
little bathroom break,
minute or two. Bio break from the champ Romero. That's fine. Can
we show them the belts, maybe? Can we run the belt trailer? We haven't seen that in a while. Yeah.
Make that happen.
Cool. So these guys are competing for a belt this season. The champion with the most title defenses will get to take home their own ESFL belt sent out to the champions. So we want to have a look once again to see what they look like, because they look good. All right, if Romero sneakily gets in and then, gets to be the champ, he'll have 2 belts because he got the one from ESFL Live, right? And so he's going to have 2 belts, man. And I think that's what he wants to do.
He does, but I hate to burst the bubble. I have to. GOAT 1099 is mathematically impossible to beat him. So GOAT is our seasonal champ on the PlayStation side. But if Romero can win here and then beat GOAT in the final event, even though we won't get the actual belt, he'll have bragging rights at least. And we do have more belts for future seasons as well. Just want to kind of throw that out there. Nothing official when those next seasons will be. There's always another chance to get that belt. But GOAT 1099, he's already signed, sealed, delivered that. He's on the Mediterranean on a cruise, I think, just hanging out this week. He'll be back in a few weeks to fight the winner of our matchup here with Dave versus Romero. So once we get them going, we're gonna jump right in.
Sounds like he's having a lovely time out there doing that. I like the sound of that from GOAT. I also shout out to GOAT because there's been a lot of young, hungry contenders that have come up since GOAT's been around the scene, since UFC 2, and he's still on top at the moment. So that's a guy who can adapt his game and also fend off these young contenders who they say have better reaction speed and stuff, Boiler, but look at that, GOAT still on top. All right, but one of these men will be fighting him. They are ready to go. So lightweight was the weight class picked by Romero. So let's go to lightweight and let's see who they're matching up here. Romero in the blue corner, over there on the red there we've got aka Dave.
Heck yeah, even though it's triple digit ping, knock on wood, no commentator curse, it's stable. It's between about 105 and 115. Good. We want to see that. I believe they're on. Actually, I'm not sure exactly where Dave is from. I think he's. I'm not even going to say where I think he's from. But long story short, I think they're maybe across oceans from each other. So 109 stable ping. No complaints from Boiler over here.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see, man. VuK, if that is the pick that gets locked in, we have not seen Volkanovski for a long time at this weight class, but he is really, really good. He's got that footwork that just makes him very hard to deal with. 99 footwork at lightweight, it's...
Yeah, for sure. No joke. Have you tried out this new Khabib alter ego? I faced him a few times last night, but I haven't actually unlocked or used him yet, but he's a beast, man. This new Khabib 229, UFC 229 alter ego is tough.
Well, honestly, Habib's not someone we ever really saw get picked, I don't know why. He's always been so highly statted. A lot of people probably don't like embracing the wrestling style, but even people who do, they don't always pick Habib. But here we go. It actually is Romero in the red corner who picked up Habib right now. Best of 3 against Dave. 2 men fighting for a shot at the world champion.
Beautiful. 5 rounds, best of 3. I think this new alter ego just has the the chops to be able to stand up with the best. So yeah, you could definitely use your wrestling and ground and pound all day and submissions, etc. But this could be, he's got some hands. I've even been the victim of a couple big head kicks. So I think more people are going to be using this Khabib, to be honest, go forward. We'll see.
Like the stance switches from Dave. We talked about it earlier. He's managed to land a couple of uppercuts to the body as well. Already taken some head health. Sorry, not head health. Stamina off of Romero. Even that teep, you saw the long-term stamina dip off that.
Very true. And VuK is a stud. Absolutely.
Ooh. I think that was a small deny right there as well. On the back, running to the fence. Good work by Romero, staying attached to the body. And he's going to not finish this. Great job by Dave as well. And he's going to break.
Great patience and denials by Dave. You're going against Romero, game changer design council guy, and also a badass collegiate wrestler who really knows how to wrestle. And he just knows this game inside and out as well. So you're able to stop those takedowns from Khabib. You got damn good takedown defense, Dave.
Oh, nice front kick up the middle as well. So much pressure from Romero. That's definitely going to keep him honest, as Romero's mixing his head movement in nicely, looking like he might shoot. There we go. Against the fence. That time gets the takedown with the extra GA. And about half a round to do some damage.
It's super interesting to see what Dave does. 2 minutes to go. Is he going to try to get up quick, or is he going to just chill out? Against Khabib and Romero, just chilling out may not be the best idea.
Yeah, of course, but it's a question of now, how will those get-ups work for Dave? They're high-level get-ups on Volkanovski, but he's got to find the right setups for them, because Romero's very good at reading patterns on the ground and you know, anticipating what you're going to do. And he's being very methodical here about his own submission attempts, probably, that are going to come out with Khabib.
Building that GA nicely. Fake that Kimura attempt earlier. I'm sure he denied that. Holy cow, he did not deny that.
Well, you know, you can't give him an opportunity because he doesn't need many. But Dave right there doing a great job finding the back and going to ride through as well. Nice job. All right, we've seen a bit of a change here, Boiler, in this fight. And also, look at the stamina from both guys. Lots of stamina burnt in this first round. This could be a 5-round fight.
I think he must have pre-denied that stand-up because he was able to drag Romero back down. That ain't easy at all. Nice work there, too.
Draining his own gas tank, though, is Dave. And that is going to cost you, you know, ultimately in long-term stamina when you're operating on the ground here. But got plenty of damage off because of it. And, you know, you got to try and steal rounds every now and then. There he comes out on top, possibly with that ground and pound.
Exactly. You got to steal those rounds. It's a 5-rounder, so you got to be careful about that stamina. But, you know, I think the stamina's pretty even, and Romero had a little bit of a deficit, so he knew the risk-reward that he needed to win that round, if at all possible, and even if it cost him a little stamina. So I think I gave that round to Dave. I'm pretty sure. My eyes said that, but, I mean, Romero did get a couple takedowns, but that's a close one.
It is a close one, you know, double the output there as well from Dave, but I doubt he'll have lost twice as much stamina. I do want to see who is up on the stamina, because it will be quite telling if Romero is going to keep grappling, and it looks like Dave is, despite all the output, up on the stamina with those body shots as well. That's definitely helped.
A nice little combo by Dave to start off, too, going upstairs, downstairs, landed a couple.
Ooh, right hand lead uppercut. And then the follow-up shot right there as well. But the stuff on the takedown, knees up the middle, running him to the fence right now. Nice jab. Romero has been using that jab quite well. I believe it's quite a high-level jab on this Khabib alter ego. There's the lovely hip toss across the body. Straight back up to the feet, though.
Crazy that VuK's able to get out. Holy cow, that's tough. I can't believe he got out of that. Good denial.
Another uppercut right there as well. Look at the hands just blocking low from Dave, winning the takedown. Oh, another straight right. I mean, this is a lot of damage now. Dave has landed on the chin of Romero. The head health starting to dwindle. Nice ankle pick. Doesn't get it, though.
Yeah, this is starting to head south a bit for Romero. If he can't implement this takedown in ground and pound game, I don't know if he's going to be able to stand with VuK. I mean, this Khabib's got good stand-up, but against VuK.
Oh, beautiful pull, and then he went to the body with a left hook to the liver from southpaw. Big damage, and definitely going to take chunks of that stamina away that we talked about as well. He's doing this off the back foot against the cage as well, which is even more impressive.
Absolutely. Great work. Being smart. Always on the lookout for that takedown, but also looking to bring some offense too. So he's riding that wave there.
Deep up the middle now, transitioning to the back. Drags his man down. And this is a bit of a change position here now for Romero, who hopefully, you know, can find a way to get some damage off because Dave has been looking fantastic.
Yeah, it took a lot of time to get here and took a fair amount of stamina to get here. So he needs some damage. He likes to see that top mount with 1:40 left. Let's see what he can do with this.
Slowly chipping away, scoring some points, doing some damage, building some GA. And now going to try and hit a submission. But look at that transition at the same time from Dave.
Great work, man.
Trading these short shots right now. Doing little chips on their head health, but also trying to just make sure that they're the one who's going to be winning this round. But it's a big damaging shot to the body from Dave that we had earlier. That's probably going to be the biggest shot so far.
I think so, both on the scorecards, the damage, and just the stamina generally. It's not a huge deficit for Romero, but it's starting to add up a little bit. And remember, this is a 5-rounder, nice. So it all matters.
Way to just work the get-ups right there as well from Dave. Max out the GA and find his moment to use it. Gets up from half guard. And now here, knees to the body as well as everything else that's been landing. Nice level change again from Romero, who finishes the takedown, but it's right at the end of the round.
Yeah, nice takedown. Moral victory, but it doesn't really matter on the cards, I guess. Got to give that one to Dave. When he's inside the pocket, his striking's just faster, more powerful. Romero, yeah, got a couple takedowns, did a little bit with it, not too much, but Dave is popping them, and he's starting to really sap that stamina with the body work and just the overall denials on the ground and takedowns. So great work by Dave. I think he's up 2-0.
Yeah, it's been a tough fight for Romero in a lot of ways. He has completed his takedowns though, and also landed some of his own shots. But Dave looking very, very good. And also a man who's been competing a lot this season, you know, was 7-1 now on his record. So unbeaten by so many and looking really slick in the process. But still 3 rounds on the board in a 5-round fight here.
Romero's a true champ because he's one of the guys that gets if his back's against the wall, he gets better and better. Even if he drops this fight, I still think he might be the favorite to win the best of 3. That's just kind of how he goes. Dave, on the other hand, ain't listening to that, but beautiful. That was sweet.
Seeing a lot of nice wrestling here tonight as well, which is a bit of a treat because we don't always get to see it. But not a lot of damage as a result, which is meaning these fights are probably going to go, you know, for a bit longer than we're used to. It becomes more of a technical battle, and you got to keep mixing things up. But when the ground and pound comes off, it is big damage. This time the arm triangle comes in, the half guard doesn't come out, and Romero now in top position. Not got a stamina advantage here, so the struggle going to come out for Dave, who's going to take the backside. Wow, and that's why the stamina difference means so much on the ground.
It does, especially in the submissions. That's one of my favorite new additions to the series for sure. And I think the stamina is like so well balanced in the grappling, in the submission game. It's pretty well balanced, whereas I thought stamina was not the greatest in other parts of the games. It's gotten better, but from the get-go, stamina meant something in those submission attempts, which is important.
Oh, big chunks of long-term stamina disappearing from Romero now. 2 big chunks after both those denied transitions. Ends up in full guard, but it's going to be even harder for him to set up a submission because Dave just leading the stamina. Nice deny. He's going to get the stack, though. Oh, no, he's going to get the sweep. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's a Romero special. That's beautiful.
Tries to hit the arm triangle again. Wants to keep cooking him from top position. Wasn't able to get anything off earlier on in this round. But on top now, with some time left, under 2 minutes. Posture. And trying to break through that block. This is good damage all off the right hand.
Yes. Romero bringing some pain, but not overextending. Goes back down so he doesn't easily get bucked off or swept.
Just punching him non-stop now, which is a good tactic just to maintain the head damage so you can reposture and get them closer to taking more damage. And Dave can't just let that happen. He has to move because Romero will keep tapping like this and keeping the health from regenerating.
You can't play around. A couple big shots and Herb will jump right in and stop the fight. You better be careful.
Oh, the right hook landed and it's a rock. One more posture up, and there's going to be problems. Going to look for the arm triangle, though, this time, and now has the stamina advantage wisely and should be able to sink this in. It's not going to be the end of the fight, but it's going to do a lot. And there we go. Going to try and win some of that stamina battle back as well by taking some long-term stamina.
Huge round 3 for Romero. Beautiful work, made just such a statement. And then gets that little arm triangle choke in at the end just to sap a little more stam and make sure he sealed that round. I don't think it was 10-8, but I almost argue it was 10-8 submission.
One significant strike.
And yeah, maybe I should be at 10-8. If I was a judge, I might consider it.
One significant strike is kind of hard to argue with. It was a great takedown as well, impactful takedown.
Yep.
And damage from the top position. All those short shots as well that was keeping that damage sustained. I don't know, we'll have to see, but great round for Romero after perhaps dropping those first 2 rounds. And now 2 rounds left. They will run it back after this regardless. It's best of 3. But it's been a good fight so far. Who is going to pull out ahead, though, with these 2 rounds left?
Yeah, this is some championship level matchups. So great to see Dave make this run this season. Can he cap it off with not just 1, but 2 wins against Romero to win this series? He's looking like he's got a chance, Bay. But Romero's a stud, so he's never out.
Nice outside trip there, mixing things up with the takedown attempts. Going to get a fake there and then a denial, which will hopefully get him a pass, but a denial on the pass from the bottom by Dave. Wow.
Both those guys, that's so impressive. Just denying even one of those is great by Romero, but just kind of that sequence there was very high level.
Level change there. This time grabs the clinch and into a lovely hip toss, but gets to the triggers in time. Back to the feet is Dave. Looks for revenge of his own there, grabbing the clinch. Oh, nice. 2, 3, 2, or 3, 2, 3. Good work there, firing it through. Knees to the body as well. This is the kind of damage that steals rounds as they trade. Rear uppercut for left hook. Oh, walking into the punishment.
Nice upstairs and downstairs for Dave. Great shot selection.
Man, he's just letting the hands rip. This is what Romero wanted, to put him to a position where he could shoot. And now dragging across, but good deny by Romero.
Yeah, I like it. Dave's like, I'm going to hip toss your ass now.
Very little body work done by Romero. You know, the fight seems close, but when you look at the damage done to the head and body by Dave, it may be not as close as we think.
True, and it is very damage friendly.
Oh, he's gone for the counter. He was talking about it the whole time in the booth, that they were missing chances tonight to get these counter submissions. Uses it to chase to the back instead, but the full hook's back flat in and could do some damage. This is a horrible place to be with Habib.
That was so sick. The submission counters, man, if you can pull them off, they're so cool looking, and they can totally change a fight like they just did. Wow, awesome.
Yeah, we love a submission counter. Reverse his position as well. 1 minute 20, not a ton of time to work, but, you know, to steal around, he probably needs some damage, and then they're back to the feet.
Dave keeps his composure so well, and just, you know, he's not panicking at all. He's not getting overconfident. On the other hand, doing well.
Oh, that's a nice right hand that lands for Dave, who's managed to back Romero up, feeling the shift in the striking, landing that rear uppercut to the body. And from southpaw here, Romero lands a shot, does the hip toss, but back to the feet.
Ooh. Caught him on 1 foot for that takedown. That was nice. But still, Dave did so much damage in the 30 seconds or minute before that. I think he won that, you know, end of that round for sure.
All right, there we go. Close, but still Dave creeping ahead on the statistics after what may have been a 10-8 round for Romero, but it's hard to tell. Still 3 takedowns and plenty of control time, but really the damage is what they'll be scoring.
Yeah, it can be tough, and as we know, I think one of the judges prefers grappling, one prefers striking, one's balanced or something like that. So you could think that maybe 3 takedowns, a minute 30 control, maybe they could give Romero that. But I mean, when you're looking at 7 significant strikes compared to 20, I sure wouldn't have given Romero that round. So,
all right, here we go. Final round in this first of the best of 3. Weren't sure if it would make it here. Both guys got half a tank of stamina left. Enough to do some damage. Body lock, rotates to the back, break, single leg attack. Stuffs the head. Does Dave and trying to retake the center. Force him to the cage. Another entry. Another stuff by Dave.
Oh, wow. Great job, Dave. All I needed to do was mess up one of those, and Romero had his ass. But Romero's got another trick in the bag. That's like his second or third time he landed that. Beautiful.
I think Romero wants a submission, and I think he's coming for it now to the backside position right here. Quick rotation. And
nice.
battling the hand grips right here as well. Looking for an advantage in stamina, I think, Boiler.
Those Dagestani fighters got that incredible grip. But Volkanovski's no slouch. We know he's a big-ass rugby player. He's strong himself. He's able to defend it. Now the question is, can he get up again? He's got a little stamina advantage. Not much, though. And I'm telling you, Romero and Khabib on top. It's a miracle he's gotten up so far. But with 3 minutes left, I don't know if he's going to be able to get up here. We'll see.
Yeah, and, you know, I think Romero probably really does need a sub. I think he needs to chase it, and
yeah,
he's trying to punish right now. We'll see if we get a reaction, and then a counter position. Full GA for Dave. It's very hard to time and get up from these positions, and there we go. We do get the ref stand up right there as well. 0 shots landed right now for Romero. Romero's going for a draw, Boiler. He's got a 10-8 in the third. He's going for another 10-8. He's going for a draw. He's been talking about it all night. If it's a draw, it will be hilarious, honestly.
You're absolutely right. Our production meeting, etc. He's like, what happens if this is a draw? And then
yeah, he did.
Multiple times.
But now there's been some more activity on the feet. Perhaps Dave can do enough to not make this final round a 10-8. That would be hilarious if we get a draw to the body. I think that was blocked. Swim through. Are we going to get a guillotine or anything like that? No, a shot though, surely. Disguising it. I mean, Dave knows it's coming. There we go.
Nice. This is a classic matchup right here. I'm glad we got these guys to fight this season.
And there's another takedown. Oh, man. Still going. 1 minute left on the clock. Oof. To the body again with the lead kick and the elbow. This is good work now from Dave.
The last few significant strikes he's landed might be enough to win this round at this point. And this round could change everything, so.
Man, the pressure from Dave. Oh, that's a nasty body kick as well off the 1-2. One more takedown attempt. Dave says no. Less than 30 seconds left.
Dave is locked in today, man.
Oh, the knee misses. Elbow lands. Right hand, left hook. If he finishes it now. Oh, the left hand again.
Standing ovation for the first fight of the series. Great work by both gentlemen there, Bay.
Man, that was a great fight. We have one more to run it back no matter what happens here. If it's that close, I mean, this could end up going either way. And my voice is starting to fall apart here, Boiler. Jesus.
You're a true warrior, especially with that UFC event 304 going so late over there in the UK. So big props, Bay, for manning up and being here today. Wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh, I didn't stay up and watch it. I wasn't able to, unfortunately, you know. Oh, there we go. And the win.
Tell you that on that.
No, it's okay. And the win here for Dave. There we go. Round 1 goes to MK Dave. Tough fight. Interesting matchup. We'll see if there's any picks changed right here. Was there a 10-8 round? One judge gave him a 10-8 round there, Boiler.
Yep, you're right. 10-8, and it's that third round. Maybe that's that grappling judge. Close, but Dave was able to just not lose his composure, not get overly aggressive, and on the other hand, not shell up. Sometimes shelling up is just as bad or worse than going over aggressive. So he rode that fine line. Great win. Now, can he do it again is the question.
The Volkanovski pick is kind of interesting. Very good for counter grappling, you know, and that's exactly how he used him in that fight. And we'll see how it goes now. Oh, Romero thinking maybe Dustin Poirier is the answer here.
Hell yeah. Diamond. They have to stay at lightweight, but they're allowed to change fighters if they want.
Oh, and look, it feels like he's threatening with the Makhachev pick here as well. I mean, who picked first last time? I believe it was Dave. So is Romero picking first this time as well?
question. I believe we have it where whoever picked first continues to pick first through the whole best of 3. I believe. Now I'm missing the mark.
Makhachev counterpick, as it always happens against Poirier here as well. Such a classic matchup online. We're going to see it here again tonight between these two guys. I mean, who do you think's got the advantage here?
Dave's got to be feeling great. He's been executing all night. Great win there. He already knows he can mostly stifle Romero's ground game. Poirier obviously ain't VuK in the grappling defense, but he's still pretty good grappling defense, and he can hold his own on the ground. So I think Dave's probably feeling pretty confident. Romero, though, he's got a good head on his shoulders. Even though he's got to fight with desperation, I think he'll still fight smart, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he just needs to avoid taking too much damage early, I think, is the problem against a Poirier player who's already done that left hand a couple of times, but that is just going to happen. Countering with his own left hand now and forcing the uppercut through. These guys are trading. I mean, compare the damage done in the first round to the last fight is very different.
Absolutely. Styles make fights. Fighters make fights. And sometimes you can have the same exact fighters and competitors, and they'll have different fights. They're starting to really swing and bang this time. They've already felt each other out, it seems.
Different matchup this time, of course, as well. And Dave trying to let the hands go. Such heavy hands on Poirier in this division. You can extend combinations, but damn, Romero snapping the 1-2 with Makhachev and really doing some good damage to the head as well.
Romero looks locked in. I know he's at 100% right now. No messing around. No excuses on his end. No excuses on Dave's end either, though. Both these guys kicking ass. I like it. Good work, Dave.
Pull uppercut to the body there, but that was blocked just in time by Romero, who now goes straight to the body, coming up top of the lead hook. Good sidestepping from Dave, who's done a lot of damage to the head health, but then you look over and Romero's done a lot of damage as well.
Absolutely. Great back and forth here.
Oh, a rock there from Dave early, who's going to keep comboing together, and he just drops Romero now on top with the ground and pound. Oh, this is a lot of damage early. He's still got it's over. Oh, off one rock and a drop. Romero got rocked. Romero got rocked, and he stood there, had good head movement, but didn't move the feet, didn't want to back out, wanted to stay in the pocket. Right here, he keeps his feet still, tries to pull counter, and I guess had no stamina. It looked like he kind of timed it fairly well. Uppercut comes, pull counter, I guess, bangs off the block. Or maybe he didn't have the stamina, I'm not sure.
It almost looked like he did a pull counter, then he kind of swayed, but it could have been because he didn't have the stamina or because he was rocked. It was like a weird motion. Point is, he went right into it and got caught.
I think it may have been because of the rock, but either way, yeah, like you said, and the damage done there from Dave with the heavy hands, but that man is getting a title shot, dude, and to be honest, he kind of deserved it anyway. Proves he's the #1 guy, though, not only by beating the #1 contender tonight, but going through this mini tournament we had coming out, so that man will be fighting for a belt, and I think a lot more people are going to be excited to see him do it now after those performances from Dave.
How could you not? I mean, he comes through, beats Wavvy, who was 6-1, and the only other guy besides GOAT to defend the belt this season. Then he goes and 2-0s Romero in 2 different styles of fights, pretty much, too, right? So it wasn't a fluke. Just great work. Big shout out to Romero. Always a beast. I'm sure he'll be back 110%, but this is the night for Dave. Looking forward to Dave and GOAT. We're going to announce when that event's happening. It's looking to be a couple weeks. We're going to take a little break, but Dave and GOAT, dude, who would have thought that would be one of the best matchups of the year? Well, I can tell you now, it's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Very much looking forward to that one. All right, well, guys, thank you for joining us for ESFL 172. We will be taking a bit of a break now, Boiler, right, for a couple of weeks.
Yep. I think we're going to come back with Xbox, the final Xbox of the season. I think it's going to be about middle of August. So we're going to take at least 2 weeks off.
2 weeks.
Enjoy the Olympics. Go out to the beach, you know, whatever. But we're going to be back. We're going to finish the season by early September. But Xbox will be next, then PlayStation. Then we're going to have our grand finale. It's going to be a cross-console event, ESFL 175. We got a couple special guests lined up. We're working Zano, a.k.a. Z-Hunters, working on booking a couple more top flight fights. And then we're going to invite the best of the best from both Xbox and PlayStation. So these guys have been performing. Even if they don't have the belt, they're going to get it. And we got some prizes and rewards. And, of course, bragging rights on the line. So, yeah, couple week break, but we're going to come back, finish the season strong. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, you'll miss us all when we're gone, you know, and then we'll be back. And we've got some crazy stuff, like you said, console versus console, special guests coming on to fight, you know, some names that you guys probably will know. So it should be a lot of fun. But thank you very much, Boiler. Appreciate you jumping in. Big shout out to Romero for commentating and then also fighting here tonight as well. On short notice, has to be said. Props to Dave coming out on top. Great performance. Thank you to Feckit in the booth here, all the ESFL Wranglers, the whole team. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good week. Hope you enjoyed the UFC this weekend, and we will see you soon after a break mid-August. Take care.